Oh, hello. All right. I think we are live everywhere. Facebook is going, YouTube is going. Got someone in the chat. Natalie, hello. Thanks for joining. Angela, hi. Thank you guys for being here. Happy Mindset Monday. All of my dreamers and soul searchers, happy to have you here. Thank you for joining again. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit before we get to it, ingredient to manifesting anything you want. Just having the wherewithal and the deep knowing of the fact that, everything that you think about or feel about or whatever is creating your reality in all moments, and there's nothing else in the world that's creating for you. So if you don't get a handle on your feelings and thoughts and all those things like that, you're just going to keep manifesting more stuff that you don't. So it's not, self-confidence is not about worth. It's not about how good you are. It's not about like, are you hot enough? Are you smart enough or whatever? Confidence is knowing and accepting and understanding that you're the operative power in this world. So you better act as such, like you can't, you're letting the 3D world control your whole life and then wondering why things aren't working for you when you need to be doing the opposite. You need to be controlling the way the 3D world responds to you and always being a step ahead of where you're going. That's what confidence is. It's not about what you look like or anything like that. It's about knowing you're in control of everything. I need to be careful with my thoughts. I'm extremely powerful. I need to be diligent with what I'm thinking and feeling about. So, one thing, as I'm kind of diving more into like quantum physics and learning how the brain works and things like that, when we are accepted by other people, it releases, hold on, let me look at my notes. I don't want to give away wrong information. When we're accepted by other people, it releases dopamine. And of course, that makes us feel amazing. And then any sort of social validation increases levels of dopamine and serotonin. And that in itself helps us let go of our emotional fixations, and we're able to become more self-aware. Once we are self-aware, which is even more interesting, when you start being self-observant and observing your own thoughts, it activates a self-regulating, so hold on, let me get this right. It activates the self-regulating neocortical regions in your brain, which then in turn increases the amount of control that you have over your feelings. So why I say all this is because the issue here is that we're looking for this validation from outside of ourselves. We're looking at validation and we want people to accept us and let us know that, that we're worthy and valid, but we can't get it from other people unless we reflect it to them first, because this is a mirror. The world is a mirror, and a mirror can only reflect what you put in front of it. So if you're not putting up love, confidence, worth, like I got it, there's no question here. I'm not worried about like whether or not I deserve something. I just understand that I'm creating all of it. So if I choose it, then that's just what's going to come to my world. You have to be that first in order for the rest of the world to show it back to you, in order to get that stimulation, that boost in your serotonin and all that stuff. So it's really important that we're working on building it within ourselves first. Of course, that's the whole point of my channel. And just as, the brain works, just as I've always said, the more you do it, the more observant you get of your own thoughts and feelings, the easier it gets. The more I use the word police. I don't mean it in a negative way, but the more you pay attention to your thoughts and you're on them and you're not letting them like run out of their cells, or like I always say, be a prison warden, and your emotions or your insecurities are like trying to get out of their cells, and you're like, get back in there, doubt. You got to get back in there, like fear or whatever. So the more you do that, the easier it becomes. And just like this said, this was like, how do I just make sure we get the exact wording right? Being self-aware, self-observation changes the way the brain works. It activates self-regulating neocortical regions, which increase the amount of control we have over our feelings. So again, the more you do it, the easier it gets. All right. So building confidence, that's what we're going to be doing. That's what we talk about. That's what we work on. And that's my whole stance. So everybody, hello. Glad you're here. Appreciate you. We can get into questions. Callie's been watching all week. Yes. Namaste to you, Sean Sherpa. Hello, 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 everybody. So glad you're here. Appreciate you all. Honestly, you're really great. So Okay. Yes, and Eve says we have to incorporate quantum physics with law of attraction. We do because okay, this is my thing. Like with other law of attraction teachers, I've noticed because I try to watch their videos as well, you know, because I like to keep my mind open. I like to see what other people are thinking and teaching, and it helps challenge me and kind of, you know, expand my ideas. I'm always learning. I always want to make sure that I'm giving you correct, cutting edge, leading edge information. So I've noticed a lot of people don't really look into it, and it's interesting because quantum physics, if you I mean, you can't you don't really understand it, but if you like get what's going on, you see that the way that energy and matter behave is exactly the way that you manifest. So if you can understand that when things are in the energetic field, they're in infinite potentiality, they could be all things and no things, and the way that you make them pop in your reality the way that you want to is by focusing on only the outcome that you want. It's I mean, it's so black and white, guys. Like seriously, look into quantum physics. If you're having trouble making that mental like jump of accepting that this is real, that's where you need to start, because we don't know how quantum physics works, but we know that it does. That's just how things are going on. So if you can kind of get your mind around that and understand how energy actually behaves and realize that we're all energy, so there are, you know, direct correlations, it makes it easier for you to understand. Okay. Ian says, I have a question. I have been manifesting my specific person for a couple days and I already see change. He was a lot more talkative when we speak than before he left me unread on a question. Yeah. You just keep going on, you know, again, like your person's only in your reality because you're allowing them to be there. They're only in your reality because they're supposed to be your person. Otherwise, or they could be your person. Otherwise, they just wouldn't be there. So if you're giving them power, if you're giving them life in your reality, make sure you're writing the story exactly the way you want it to go. Your person only has eyes for you. They always text you back. They always ask you how your day was. They always care about your feelings. They always consider you when they're doing things. And this is the only way we think about them. You do not let any of the other stuff in. Like I was saying with the quantum physics thing, if you only focus on he appreciates me, he loves me, he always communicates with me, he always asks me how I am, he texts me every day, blah, 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 blah. If you only see that picture in your mind, that's the only place you can go. It's just like a GPS. Once you set it, that's where you're going. If you start saying he only texts me or he always texts me, blah, 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 and then you're like, yeah, but he hasn't texted me all day. There's your manifestation. That's where you're at. So make sure you don't want to offer any differing probabilities or ideas because it increases the chance of that happening. Oh, Eric is still blocked. Oh, great. How do we unblock my cousin? He accidentally got blocked last year. I don't know how to do this. If somebody can, or not last year, last week, if someone can pop in the comments if they know how to unblock, his YouTube is Chef Eric. I don't know how to unblock him. He got accidentally blocked by a moderator last week. So he can only communicate on the Facebook. Okay. Let's see. I'm in the process of manifesting an NBA player. I love watching specific person videos, but I hardly ever see advice for attracting those who don't know you exist. Man, God, this stuff, it's so weird, the timing that comes out, because I have a client who's also manifesting a famous person. And just this morning, I sent her a video from another YouTuber I follow who's not attraction based. She's more like celebrity gossip and relationship advice, but I really love her. I like her point of view when she talks about people and human interaction. So Shallon Lester, that's the name of her channel. And the video is about John Legend being voted sexiest man alive. And it's literally about like, what if you're dating a celebrity, or if you're trying to date a celebrity or a popular person or whatever. So check that video out, because she has a lot of great concepts about like taking them off the pedestal and like how to keep yourself equal and not like put them above you, because they're not. Celebrity or whatever is just a circumstance that you've created, and circumstances don't really exist. So you can absolutely manifest a person that doesn't know you exist. I've done it before, and that's what got me. That's how I understand. That's what triggered me down the road of learning about law of attraction, because I was like, what the hell just happened? How does this person that I didn't know about show up exactly where I wanted them to be? Anywho, so yeah, it's definitely possible. You just have to cut out the fact that he's an NBA player. That doesn't matter. Cool, he has a great job. So great. Next. And cut out the idea of he doesn't know you exist, because we're all energy. We're all in the same energetic field together. Therefore, we are all pieces of the same, energy, or however you want to think about it. So that concept, it doesn't serve you, and it doesn't really matter. So cut the NBA thing out, cut the fact that that doesn't know you exist. You're manifesting someone. Great. My video out tomorrow is exactly about that. It's just going back to, new ideas and ways of thinking about manifesting a specific person. So perfect timing. Okay. Joe says, what to do when circumstances happen with your SP that you don't like and how to change them. Okay, Joe, I love you. And I want you to get there so bad, but you are so much a slave to your 3D world, and you have to start getting ahead of it. You have to intend that your person only wants to be with you, only has eyes for you, always communicates with you the way you want them to, always shows up exactly how you want them to, is open, honest, respectful, etc. And you cannot tell a letter. You don't breathe a letter of the story opposite that. What you're doing right now is like the claw machine thing. You're choosing your thing that you want. You're dropping your claw down, and as soon as it's in the air, you're jangling all over the place. And if it starts to touch something that's not what you want, you're like, oh my God, it's not working. It's not working. You have to stay here. I don't care if your person's screaming in your face about how much they hate you. In your mind, you're like, oh, this is so cute. They love me so much. You cannot let the world affect you. How do I equate it? Okay. I've said this before. I have so zero attachment to sports. I care so little. Not that I don't like it. I just don't care at all, zero. So whenever I think of this idea of something popping in my reality that I don't want to react to, I think of a basketball bouncing in front of me. If I was walking down the street and a basketball just came out of nowhere and started bouncing in front of me, I would just be like, oh, a basketball. And keep moving, because I just don't have any sort of attachment, good or bad, to it. I just don't care. This is how you need to be about things in your reality circumstances. They do not matter. The only reason they keep popping up is because you are not offering a clear enough signal for long enough to let your 3D world change. Girl, look into quantum physics, and I need you to set your GPS and then not offer differing, wavering things. I don't care how long it takes. You need to stay in the mind frame of, this is my reality. This is how my person treats me. We are together in a loving relationship all the time. You cannot allow anything to sway you, because it just doesn't exist. You're literally creating all of these problems in front of you because you can't stay focused on where you're going. Whew, and I love you. And this is the reason I'm getting fired up, is because I love you and I want to see you succeed. Okay. Jordan, hi, babe. Okay. My coworker told me today, you deserve all the gravy out of nowhere. I LOL'd. I have the entire feed. Okay, Jordan. Okay. So this is so funny how this always works out. You're giving everyone a sneak peek of tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video is about SPs. Like I said, it's about manifesting your SP and new ways of thinking about it. And I don't want to give anything away, but yes, what Jordan is saying is that you are the star of the show. Other people in your world are there to do your bidding, and that's how you got to think about it, like that, period. Okay. Oh, son of a gun. Why does this always scroll down to the bottom? Okay. Natalie says, what would you advise a good friend of yours if she would tell you that her SP does not value and love her? Would you say to her to stay tuned, to try to change his mind, or go away from him? I would be building up my friend, because my friend is a gem. The guy is nothing, and he's lucky if she gives him an ounce of her attention and allows him to be in her world. She is the star of the show. She needs to be putting herself first. She is wonderful and fantastic and worthy and a diamond and not a rhinestone. And again, it's funny how you guys always pick up. I feel like it's always about what my videos are about this coming week, or what we discuss on this chat. So either we're all in tuned, or I'm picking up what you guys are needing, or what. But I have more in-depth video about that, about putting yourself first and making yourself important. But no, it's not about the guy. It's about the guy is a reflection. The guy is a mirror. So if you put up in front of that mirror, let's see, I don't value myself. I'm not important. I'm side chick energy. I'm not number one. I'm not worthy of being put number one. I'm not good enough. All that stuff, that's going to be reflected back to your SP. So you need to be, instead of changing his mind, he's nothing. He's a blob of energy that reflects back to you. You need to change your mind, or her mind, our potential hypothetical friend. No, girl, you are important. You are special. You are perfect the way you are, except that we just need to love ourselves more, and we need to put ourselves first more. And that's the answer to every single question that's on this list. Okay. Myra says, I keep seeing the number 1111. What does that mean? Oh gosh, what does that mean? Well, I take it as an opportunity to remind myself that I'm in control. I see it as maybe like, I guess you can use the word aligning. I'm really trying to avoid too much of this like vibrational froofiness of it, because I really want to get to like the what is actually going on this planet. Why is manifesting real? I see number synchronicities. Oh my God, I just looked up and it was 222. So I see them all the time as well. But it comes in waves, just like energy does. Sometimes I won't see them at all. And sometimes I see them like every single day, all day long for a week. I just take that as a chance to say, oh, damn, I'm powerful. Oh my God, like there I am peeking behind the curtain. I'm in line with whatever's out there. We're connected. We're working in a good relationship. Everything is smooth. It can mean whatever you want it to mean. If you assign meaning to it, if you say, hey, when I see 1111, that means that I'm like on a good path and I'm feeling it and I'm in tune, whatever, then that's what it means to you. But again, it's hard to say because I can't say that it means like 1111 means this and 222 means this. I can't say that. I don't know if people really can. I just think that it's a chance to reaffirm that like there's something else outside of you going on, like you're connected to something bigger than what you are, and just take it as a chance to be like, ooh, I'm powerful. I need to be paying attention to my thoughts. Things are going out, they're coming back in. I'm connected clearly. The universe is nudging me to look at the clock when, things are lined up. So it's something that I take notice of. So just take that as a time to like reaffirm your power. I'm in control. Everything's responding to me. I'm completely connected. What's next? Like, what are we manifesting next? Angie says, this topic is exactly what I need today. Yes, perfect. Glad you're here. Kelly says, usually don't ask questions. Because I get how this works. I think that's what I say. But I'm done recreating my SP. Too much resistance. I want something new. How to attract a new love and let go of the old SP. Well, it's a decision. It's you saying, listen, I want something better for me. I deserve better for me. Maybe I haven't been choosing the right versions of people in my life, but from now on, I know that I'm putting myself first. I know that my needs are number one. And so I'm only going to attract into my life people who can treat me above. Like I say, you're installing a new bottom rung. And again, all this stuff is going to be covered in depth this week. So, new bottom rung means new standards. Like nobody's allowed to treat me below here ever again, period. Not even me, especially not me, because I am projecting everything and everyone's a reflection of me. So I definitely am not going to allow myself to treat me below here. And if anybody in my world comes in that does try to treat me below this, it's easy to recognize because now I have standards and I know exactly what my bottom rung is. And if you don't adhere to this, you don't get to be in my life. And then also conversely, when people do give you above here, you can also recognize that and yes, thank you for treating me the way I deserve. I love you. I love myself. I treat you that way. You treat me that way. Everything is beautiful and works out perfectly. Okay. Oh, so how do you attract a new? Yeah, you just let them go. Just again, cut it off. Say, okay, I'm done with this. I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for something great. I'm worthy. I'm perfect. I'm amazing. And great people that respect me are coming into my life. Renee says, I'm in a relationship with someone who is married. He hasn't left because of his kids. Is it wrong to encourage him to leave, or is that manipulation? And am I keeping them together with my thoughts? Yes. All these things because here's why. The version of you that's going on right now, you have chosen, for whatever reason's going on within inside of you, you have chosen a version of him that's unavailable to you. Like physically unavailable. Maybe he's emotionally, no, he's not really even emotionally available to you because he's got a separation. So you've manifested a person who has a barrier. So I'm guessing you probably have some walls up. You have insecurities, you have doubts. You're not sure if you're good enough, or these are usually where these things stem from. So what you need to do is start filling the voids within you, making this whole. Again, there's a lot of the stuff from this week, the videos this week are going to cover stuff like this. But you need to be okay with you, because you have to start selecting a version of him that doesn't have these attachments. If he's got kids and you want to, obviously want to keep the family together in the most harmonious way. So I would suggest, this is just off the top of my head, so don't crucify me if this isn't what you want. But I would suggest something like visualizing or selecting a version of him where he is already separated from his wife or whatever. You know, if he's with you, then that means that their relationship probably isn't that great. So we're going to start manifesting a version of him. No, he's available to me. We have little sleepover nights. I'm getting to meet his kids. Things are working out. You have to change the story about him, because you want to be selecting a version of him that is emotionally available, that's already done with the wife, that's not married anymore, or that's like divorce is on the table, the papers are getting signed, things like this. We want to change the version of him that you are selecting. And that kind of starts with changing the version of you, because this version of you that you are right now isn't really capable of selecting a new version of him. And if you were, you probably already would have done it. So work on you, work on what's going on here, work on giving yourself what you are needing from the world so that you can reflect that to the rest of the people. And then again, new bottom rung. Sorry, I only accept people in my life who can see me on the weekends and the weekend nights, and who can text me during the day and don't want to talk at, you know, odd hours of the day, or see me only on their lunch break, or however it's unfolding. I don't know, of course, but you want to change the way that you expect people to show up in your life. No, sorry, you can't see me during waking hours. Catch you next time, you know, new standards, new bottom rung, same thing. Okay, let's see. I learned law of attraction, didn't really believe it because it sounded woo-woo, but then I studied quantum physics and all came together. Exactly. That's exactly my point. Okay, I think we're going on Facebook there. Okay, great. Eric, sorry, you're still blocked. I still don't know what to do about that. Okay. Let's see. I've been seeing my SP for over a year. He's been my friend for 7 years. I caught myself having self-doubts the other day. He texted he met someone else. How do I address this without reacting? Well, first of all, don't talk about it anymore. He only has eyes for you. That it was just a reflection of your insecurities or doubts. So we just say thanks for letting me know that's there, because now I can deal with it. Now I know that that was kind of rattling around in there. So now that I can remind myself that I'm the most important thing in the world. And it's not selfish, okay? Everybody has their own realities or their own little areas where they get to be the star, okay? This isn't it. This is your turn. So don't give it away to someone else. You're the star, not them. They're lucky to be in your world, okay? So remember that. That's how you need to be acting, okay? I am important. This is what's important, not how they think. No, they don't think anything except what you think and what you feel. They only think a reflection of how you feel. So I am amazing. My person loves me. He's been in love with me for 7 years. So there's absolutely nothing I have to worry about. He only has eyes for me. He texts me every day. He thinks that I am the most important person in his world. He couldn't possibly imagine being with anybody else, blah, 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 blah. You just need to keep the story going in your head the way you want it to go. Like if something happens in your world that you don't like, think about the basketball, or think about something that you have so little attachment to that you do not care, that if it showed up in your world, you would barely notice it. And if you did notice it, you'd be like, oh, that's how you treat it. That's how you act when someone said, you get a text that says, oh, I met somebody. You're like, oh, cool. Are they like fixing your computer? You know what I mean? Like it just, you cannot even let it go in your mind. Like, oh, is she going to walk your dogs? Like literally, it's got to be something that's completely benign. You don't care because you're writing a story. So now he's got someone he's texting. Don't write that story anymore. Sasha says, how do I change a friend with benefits / casual relationship with someone to a serious committed relationship? Okay, funny you should ask. So Friday's video is about making someone chase you or making them want you. Basically, you need to be, let's see, friends with benefit. Yeah, right now you're allowing them to not value you. You're allowing them to not put you first. You're allowing them to put you on the back burner. You're allowing them to, you know, you are giving off like side chick energy kind of a thing, where it's like, I don't care when you can see me. All that matters is that I can see you. No, I'm sorry. These are my hours. This is when I'm available. I'm important. I have stuff going on. I have things that need my attention. And if you can't operate within my hours of business, you don't get to come inside. I'm sorry. That's it. We're friends. Cool. I love you, but this is important and this is valuable. You need to be paying. Wait, hold on. Let me not say paying. Let me rephrase how I was going to say that. We need to be giving them the best type of energy, not like just crumbs, okay? We don't want crumbs. You're worth more than crumbs. You're worth the whole cake. And you need to, again, start behaving that way. We don't let them come over for 20 minutes. We don't let them just text us after the club so we can come over and do who knows what, okay? No, you take me out on dates. You take me out into daylight. We go into the public. You treat me like a queen. You wine and dine me. There's nothing wrong with wanting that. And, you know, you respect yourself, period. They can't respect you if you don't respect yourself. It's a mirror. So keep that in mind. Okay. What are your quantum physics sources? Like what books, channels, articles have you read? Oh God. Okay. Look up, oh God, what's that guy's name? David, shit. I don't know. I watch YouTube videos. I watch like the PBS channels. PBS has really good videos, and the host of it looks like Peter Dinklage, so that's how you can recognize that it's that. PBS has great videos. I'm still reading that transurfing book because I'm reading like 2 books at once, and I get to read like an hour out of the week, so it's like I barely make any progress. Transurfing Reality is good. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. That's a good one because it's a little bit old. It's kind of antiquated, but it kind of just helps you understand like scientific connections between like what goes in and like what comes out. And then, yeah, I just kind of watch, I just like look up, man, I can't remember the fudging people's names right now. What is that guy's name? It's David something. He's got like blonde hair. It's like down here. Okay. Anyways, look up quantum physics on YouTube. Check out the PBS. And then there's a lot of info videos. They'll do like, books that they're reading and stuff like that. So you can, I just let these things play and kind of like take notes as I'm doing stuff around my house. So sometimes I don't really pay attention because I'll be like 5 videos deep. I have no idea where I went down the rabbit hole, but start with YouTube, check out the Transurfing Reality. Check out, what is that called? Power of the Subconscious Mind. I think that's the one. Joseph Murphy. That's another one I like. What's next? What are we talking about here? Vivi says, why do I like Mondays? Because this is our best day of the week. I like this too. It's fun for me too. Okay. Natalie says, okay, here we go. All right. We have a question about circumstance. Listen, girl, before I even read this, I'm only reading this to be nice. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, I don't care what your SP says. It doesn't effing matter. They're nothing. Who cares what they say? It's a basketball. Bouncing. What's the thing you least care about in the world? For me, it's sports. Maybe next to like tools or something. Like if I found a freaking bunch of tools on the ground, I'd be like, oh, tools. You don't care. It does not matter what they say. You're writing it. So the second you let that in, oh, he said this. Guess what? You just literally wrote that into your story. So stop it. All right, here we go. Yesterday, he said that he will never change his mind about a relationship with me. He does not want a relationship with me. Never. Sorry, this is how it sounds. It's so dramatic. How could I still be confident after these words from him? Who cares what he says? He is nothing. You know what? You said that. You said that. You gave him that thought and those feelings. So now let me ask you then, why are you doing that? Why are you feeding him those thoughts? Why are you talking like about yourself that you're not important and that people don't want to be with you? Stop. You're writing a story. Stop giving this stuff energy, guys. Like, I don't know how to convey to you. Your 3D world does not matter. It's okay. Think about this. This is the land of all the lost socks. You know that like that laundry thing, like when you lose a sock and you're like, how the hell, like all my laundry went in together. How am I losing a sock? Socks always get lost. Okay. Earth, think of Earth as the land of the lost socks. This is a dumping ground for every manifestation that all the people that have been here before us now, including us, have dropped here. We thought about it. It like came from the sky and plunk, right into a reality. And now it's just here. Now you're living in like a dump. Okay. So if something like, do you get offended at your trash? No, it's past. Like, so what? Okay. If I have a banana peel, because I ate a banana, okay? So if your person is saying they don't want to be with you or they don't want to, because you are giving them that thought. So stop giving them that thought. I am important. I'm the number one thing in this world. Nobody can come before me. The train's leaving the station. You're either on it or you're not, okay? They are lucky to be in your world, period, 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 okay? You're giving them life. So why are you creating a situation for them where they don't value you? It doesn't make any sense. You need to flip it all around, guys. Oh, I get so fired up about this, okay? Your 3D world is a dump. And I mean that in the most loving way. This is your past. So it does not matter and it does not create your future until you say, he said this and now I feel like this. Well, guess what? Now you get more of that dumping into your reality. Whew, okay. Guys, all right. Thank you for letting me yell at you. I'm not yelling from anger. I'm yelling from love because I just want to see you guys be like powerful and take the reins. These people don't matter. They're you. Okay. Here we go again. How do I remove resistance when an SP when there's a third party? We're in the same friend group. I've been avoiding events where he will be at and hanging with new people. Okay. Actually have a video this week about removing a third party and erasing people out of your reality. I would say you're going to have to start approaching this on all fronts. First things first, you cannot tell the story. You cannot talk about it. You cannot feel about it. You have to avoid it. If it comes up, we're going to do a number of different things to like erase it out of your frame of reference, but you have to be very diligent about like, who's she? Like, or who is that person? I don't even know that person. What, like, I have a client who works with their SP and the third party comes into their work all the time. And I said, listen, when she walks in, you need to be like, oh, hello, stranger. How are you? How can I help you? What can I do you for? And then send her on her way. Like, as you shift into new realities, as you shift into new versions of yourself that starts choosing better versions of the people in your life. So right now you're choosing a version of your SP that doesn't value you. You're choosing a version of your SP that doesn't see that you're the number one person, which tells me that you don't see that you're the number one person. So as you start becoming the version of you that puts yourself first and values you and gives yourself attention and love and puts yourself first, and then they can start reflecting that, you're becoming a new you, and the new you is going to be choosing a new version of them. And hold on, let me just make sure that I'm not getting lost here. So you want to be, again, like choosing a healthier version of them that values you. In the meantime, again, you have to be staying super, 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 super diligent around them. I'd say avoiding the people is good. I would say also start saying that you always have a great time when you hang out with your friends. Everything is harmonious. Everyone gets along. They respect you. You feel super comfortable in your friend group. I want you to start telling a different story about the friends, or at least keep like the old story going of how great everybody works together. It's so fun. We just communicate. Everyone respects each other. We only want the best for each other when we're hanging out, period. That's how you talk about your friend group, okay? Whenever the subject comes up, that's the only thing we're thinking or feeling about it. With the SP, we want to be telling the story about how much they value you. They put you first. They understand that you're the number one show in town. You're the only ticket in town, whatever. They love you. They only have eyes for you. They love monogamy with you, blah, 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 blah. With the third party, again, we're not talking about them. We're not giving them life. You're literally preventing them from breaking up by your attention on them. And we're going to start erasing them from your reality. Now, I don't want to give too much away from my video from this week because I did do a video on that, but you want to attack it on all fronts. You have to stop giving it energy, period. And if you have to avoid the friends for the meantime, that's fine. But make sure that you're telling a story about how, even if you're avoiding them, we have great relationships. We always support each other. We love being around each other, blah, blah, blah. Again, the 3D world does not matter, and it does not get to enter in, or it doesn't have to enter into this story. You need to make sure that this story is pure, okay? This is only what you want. Thanks, Eve. I appreciate you being here and glad you enjoy my little quantum physics lessons. I like talking about it. Okay. Electric daydream. I like that. Okay. How to have a breakthrough with my SP so that we can have a romantic relationship. I've been working on myself in blocks, but we still remain friendly instead of romantic. Well, for one, that story right there is keeping you apart. Like, how do I explain this? The fact that when you guys are saying, I'm doing all these things and it's not working, the fact that you're writing the comment shows that you're not doing all the things, okay? You're not here all the time. You're not staying in the reality that you want. You're just not. There's no way you could be if you would put energy into writing that into a comment so that I could talk about it, honestly. I don't mean that in a mean way, but like look how much energy we're now putting into third parties, SPs that aren't with us, all this stuff, because you guys are not there. Like you have to tell the new story and stay there. Like, it does not matter what shows up in your 3D world because it's just evidence of how you used to feel. So what? I ate a banana. Now I have a banana peel. So now what? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's that insignificant. And that's how you need to be thinking of it. So yeah, your person loves you. They only have eyes for you. They cannot imagine a future without you by their side. Whenever they think about marriage, or I'm just throwing this out there, marriage or future, they only see you. You're the person they run to when they need to talk to somebody. They always trust you and love you and respect you. They think that you are just the most quality, like, gem in the whole entire world. They're wildly attracted to you. They can't keep their eyes off you. They can't keep their hands off you, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You can only describe them in this way. Only think of them in this way. And if you start thinking other thoughts about them, redirect. We're flipping. No. What am I saying? My person adores me. He's probably thinking about me right now. He's probably writing me a text right now. He might be looking at flowers online. I don't know. All I know is that whatever he's thinking about me, it's good. That's all I know. And that's right. Like, you got to live in denial, guys, okay? You know what? Let me give you an example. You know how narcissists and people like that like hurt people consistently, they never get what's coming to them? Because they don't think they're doing anything wrong. They don't have doubts. They're not sitting there like, oh my God, I'm such a piece of shit. Oh my God, why did I do that? I'm so bad, blah, blah, blah. They're never going to get what they deserve because they don't think they did anything wrong. So that just proves that this life, again, it's a reflection. If you think that every person that you're interested in is also interested in you, if you just decide okay, I'm going to be a version of me who only chooses versions of other people who value me. I'm a version of me that won't accept anything less than you being wildly attracted to me. If you trying to be in my world, sir, you're not. You gotta be this tall to ride this ride. Basically, again, your new standards. Little Beck says, do you believe in signs from the universe that your manifestations are close? If so, what? Not sure. I believe other law of attraction videos that assert this. Surely we just manifest those ourselves. Okay, here's what I think about that. I look at sign. Let's see, how do I word this? So when I always bring this story up, but I think it shows me a clear like road, like bridge. I'm going to call it a bridge of incidents, but it's just a little buzzword. When I ask the question, how can I help a million people? I asked myself that several times. How can I help a million people? How can I help a million people? I asked it to maybe like 10 times so that it sounded real. I felt like it resonated within me. Okay, how can I help a million people? Cool. Good question. 20 minutes later or something, I was then fed an affirmation that said, I am helping millions of people. From that moment forward, my energy shifted from how can I help to I am helping. Those are very, very different energies. And that affirmation I was fed was like the first, I guess, sign that my manifestation was unfolding. My first sign that my manifestation had been heard or whatever, that, that I was on my path. Okay. So things are going to unfold naturally, of course, because well, I mean, they can happen instantly, but usually what happens is we have trouble making that switch permanent and just staying there and just being like, okay, this is what I want and this is what I accept, period. And it's when you start going back and forth and wavering that things get murky and stuff. And that's what, like that's kind of what adds time and stuff in front of you. So, but like, okay, so for example, if you're manifesting a marriage, in your mind, most of us are not going to, you can't, it's going to be really hard for you to believe that you're going to go from single and lonely today to waking up in bed with a ring on your finger tomorrow. So because you can't get over that hump in your mind, it's going to unfold as texting and flirting and DMs and then dating and talking on the phone and then, getting serious, then moving in together. So all of these things kind of happen, but they're all, I guess you would say, signs of a manifestation of being married to this person. So when I think of signs, I use them as a chance, just like the person was what I was saying with 1111. I use signs as a chance or a time to reaffirm that I'm doing it. Reaffirm that I'm in control. Remind myself of my power. Tell my body once again, yeah, you're doing it all. So my body's like, cool, we're doing it all. And everything just works together. And not only does that convince me more every time I see a manifestation or sign or whatever, I'm like, yeah, I'm powerful, I'm doing it. Oh my God. Not only does that, but it also creates more instances for me to feel that way. So it's almost like the manifestation creates a new manifestation, creates a new manifestation. Everything just flows into each other. So use signs as a chance to be like, damn, I'm powerful. Woo, look at that. Oh my God, I did that. Holy crap. Or also, this is another one I like to use when things are like happening. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so powerful. Like, oh God, I better be really paying attention to my thoughts right now because shit is happening fast. I want to make sure I'm only thinking about the stuff I want. Use it in that way. Renee says, hello. Is it okay to push all desires to the side and focus on self? Yeah, absolutely. 100%. That's what you should be doing because the desires are like ordering from a catalog or ordering from a menu. Think about it like this, okay? If you order chicken fingers, once you order it, they're making them. So now you can go get your drink, Get your sauces together, find a table, sit down, chill out for a minute, get yourself ready to eat your chicken, your chicken nuggets or whatever. Yeah, you might be hungry still in the meantime, but they're still coming. We're keeping ourselves occupied. We're not like crying in hysterics because our food isn't there yet. We know it's coming, and we're self-soothing. We're using our patience and our own skills to just chill while they come. So 100% put your desires to the side, because that's what's going to make them manifest faster. When you set it and forget it, when you say, yeah, I want that, and you don't give it a second ounce of attention again, it comes so fast. So yes, I want that. I want this. I want that. I want that. I want that. Now, what do I need? I need understanding. I need love. I need pampering. I need some delicious food. I need something to drink. I'm freaking thirsty. I need to get a pedicure. I need a massage, whatever. Like, it can be anything in the entire world. But yes, you're the star of the show. You're the only thing that matters. So I love that question. Absolutely do that. Okay. I'm in love with you, but I have an SP I'm manifesting. If you say that I will achieve to be with her, that will give me more confidence, and it will be. Can you please say it? Oh no. No, no, no. Oh God, no. Damn it. Your power is within you. You say it. Me, I'm nothing. I'm a blob of energy in your world. I don't even know if you're real. Like, you don't even know if I'm real. So no, I want to say it so bad for you, but at the same time, I'm like, no, absolutely not. You need to say it. It's you. You are the one writing the story. I'm not writing your story. Nobody in your world is writing your story. So you say you are with your SP, period. That's it. I'm not saying it for you. I love you back, and I love you so much that I will not say this for you. You have to say it yourself. Okay. Hi, Roxy. I have a problem with hot and cold behavior. 1 week he texts me every day, and next week he ghosts. I don't know where my fucking problem is. Okay, listen. First of all, I did a video on hot and cold behavior, so check that out. Secondly, you're not locking in. Like, think about tractor beams. Okay, you want to put that laser beam out to what you want, and that's it. We don't let our lasers like shine some light over here, shine some over here. No. First of all, don't say they're hot and cold anymore. Okay. Also, think about energy. Energy flows in waves, water, all of it. Everything flows like this, okay? So when you have a peak, this is a concentration, a higher concentration of energy, of whatever energy it is, love, whatever. Obviously, the valley is a lower concentration or an absence of that exact energy, okay? So when you're in a peak, cool, yes, woo, it's working, everything's great. My SP loves me. They're always talking to me. He talks to me every day. He always asks how I'm doing. Every single day he asks me about myself. He's always thinking about me. He only has eyes for me, blah, blah, blah. Peak, okay? Valley, guess what? You double down. Oh my God, they reach out to me every single day. We have the best relationship. We're always communicating. He loves me. He trusts me. He's so open with me. He always wants to talk to me. Because guess what? A new peak is coming. It always ebbs and flows. Always, 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 always. So we want to be primed for when that new peak is coming. You want to be on the upswing, okay? You don't want to be feeling all down in the dumps, so you prolong that valley, okay? No, you want to be ready for that new valley, so that when that new peak, so when that new peak comes, now you're even more in the, oh my God, my person loves me. Holy crap, all this stuff is, woo, they love me, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, yeah, so you can't tell the old story. Hot and cold behavior is a reflection of your own doubts, insecurities, fears, whatever. And just know that energy always ebbs and flows. So it's always going to swing back. So make sure that you're on the up. You're always on the up and up. You're always telling the story that you want, especially in the ebb of energy, especially when we're in our low points. That's why I say double down. Now we're doing it extra hard. Now we're extra affirming. Yes, my person loves me. It feels so good to be respected and loved in a mutual relationship. Oh my God, the world is unfolding in so many perfect ways. Also, you're also focusing your powers on all kinds of other stuff in your world, because you are so much more than just your SP. You're so much more than your relationship. You're so much more than any other thing in your world. You're all of it combined and exponentially more. So putting your manifestational skills onto everything else in your life will also distract you in the meantime while you're waiting for things to come to fruition. Hey, White Rabbit, just tuning in. Thank you. Okay, Ellie says, me and my SP don't really talk, but not because bad things happen. We just don't really talk since the breakup for a few months. How do I manifest that we will communicate? I mean, just say that. How can I make this more clear? Like, guys, Okay. Not only are you the lead role of your movie, okay? Your life is a movie, you're the lead role. You're also the director, right? We know that, okay? You know that you're kind of pulling the strings and making things happen. You're also the screenwriter, okay? You're writing every letter of your story by the way you think about things and the things that you declare to yourself and the things that you decide and the things that you feel about. So you guys communicate every day. You talk all the time. In fact, he maybe contacts you too much and then you can kind of dial it back. But either way, like, you're writing a story. So why are you telling a story that he doesn't communicate with you? Why? Stop. He communicates with you every day. And not just that, but he communicates like in a loving way. He asks you about your day. He compliments you. He wants to talk to you. He wants to hear your opinion. He trusts you. He opens up to you. Tell this story all the time. You cannot give an ounce of energy or focus or anything into a story that does not align with that, okay? Vivi says, what do we do about my... hold on. Let me take a moment to just say, if you would like to one-on-one coaching where I will yell at you personally. No, I'm just kidding. I love my clients. We have a great time. But yeah, if you want one-on-one coaching and we can discuss your specific issue and get to the bottom of like which insecurities, which memories from your past, which beliefs that you are holding are actually standing in your way, one-on-one coaching is perfect for that. You can sign up in the link below. Okay. What do I do about manifesting the wrong SP situation? I was aiming for SP from 10 years ago, but another one from 15 years ago showed up and is offering me everything and more. I'm beginning to fall for him a little and it feels good, but I won't let it derail my manifestation of the SP originally intended. Okay, here's what's going on. Your ideas about love and yourself and what you're capable of achieving and capable of receiving and what you deserve, those are opening up. You still have issues with the specific SP. There's still like the memories or the expectations, the doubts or whatever from that particular person that is, there's like a wall still there. So it's like, think about it like if you're shining a light in a room, and let's say the light is in the corner of the room, so it literally stretches and reaches every corner of the room, or every part of the room. But then you put like a bookshelf over like just randomly on one of the walls. Behind the bookshelf, it's going to be dark and it's not going to be able to shine there. So that's where you're doing what you're doing with your like love life. Okay, so you're shining your light of love or of relationships or whatever, companionship out, and it's working, it's getting there, it's reaching all the corners of where it needs to go, except you still have something, a wall, a block, an insecurity, a story, a history, whatever, regarding your SP, the first SP or whatever. So there's going to be like, again, it's like a bookshelf blocking them. So that light's not able to reach them. So you're going to have to change the story about the SP completely so that they can kind of flow back into your life that way. And then tomorrow's video will actually talk about that as well. It's about manifesting a person. Okay. Hi, Roxy. I have a problem with hot and cold behavior. Okay, we already did this one. Just kidding. I lost track. Okay. Oh, son of a gun. Let's see. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of repeat questions, guys. I will get to, I go in order, obviously, and I'll get to it. If you ask it, it will get answered. Holy shit. Okay, there's a lot here. Good Lord. Thank you to my mods. I so appreciate you guys. Because I don't even see these things till like 20 minutes later. Oh my Lord, where the F? Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, finally, a question from the very beginning. Al says, sign into your YouTube account, go to blocked users section. Here you see block list of users collected. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Al. Julie says, I really enjoy scripting the funnel method. It always comes back to self-love, my mantra. I used your exact words first, then found my way. Exactly. Thank you. That's perfect. Yeah. So yeah, you just, start with what I say and then make, and then shape it to what works for you, because it has to resonate with you. It has to sound like it's coming out of your mouth. So when I like hear an affirmation that's from like another person, I'll say it like a bunch of times. Like everything is working out, best case scenario. I even made a song about that because it finally started like, everything is working out, best case scenario, best case scenario, best case scenario. That shit works, okay? It's worked for me and like all these people in my life and so many things. And they tell me, I'm like, best case scenario work for that? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, damn, that's a good one. So yeah, make it like sound like it's coming from you. And that helps. Okay. He says, sounds like me and my husband last night. He got angry. And inside my head, I was like, dude's addicted to me and I'm his queen. Exactly. You just don't let it affect. How to maintain a relationship. Great question. Okay, so once you get your SP, this is, you know what, let me write this down. I want to do a video about this. Hold on. Great question. Okay. So once you're there, now I feel like this question's coming. Usually this question comes from people that have never really had a relationship or have never had like a healthy relationship. So they really literally don't know what it looks like. Maybe your parents didn't have one. Maybe you weren't able to see two people coexisting healthily, loving each other and treating each other with respect. So with this topic, the thing about this is like, you don't need to know exactly what it looks like, or you don't need to know exactly how it's going to work out. But if you just intend every single day, always, like your brain is always in the space of, this is a harmonious and beautiful, mutually respectful, honest, open, monogamous relationship, whatever, that alone is going to manifest. And you will see things playing out, and just being in that mind frame of, I only accept perfect, healthy, amazing, maybe not perfect, but healthy, amazing relationship with the open communication, blah, blah, blah. As you start declaring that, you're going to see more of it in your life as well. So maybe you'll come across movies, maybe you'll come across books, or seeing couples in real life who are displaying that behavior. Because right now, if you're not knowing how to do it, you don't really know, then you're probably also not going to be seeing evidence of healthy relationships in your world. So that's going to keep you again from being able to conceptualize what it actually looks like. But I would say, change the way you think about it. Make sure that you're saying, don't let the question enter it, because it's like, even if you don't know how to ride a bike ever, you've never known, you could still get on it and figure it out and be great at it. You know what I mean? So you don't have to know what it looks like to be good at it. So keep that out. You don't have to have a distinct roadmap, as long as you know where you're headed. I know that I'm worthy of a loving, respectful, open communication, monogamous relationship. That's it. And if you want your own parameters in there, like we talk and text every day, we always communicate, we're always, we tell each other we love each other before bed. I don't know, whatever it looks like, whatever little things that you might want to experience, throw that in there. You just say, hey, this is how it is. This is what I experience. I love it. It's great, period. And you make that where you live in your mind until the rest of it shows up. And again, you'll as that becomes your vibration. So right now you are a person, you're a version of yourself that doesn't know what a healthy relationship is, or what it looks like, or how to keep it. As you declare that you do, you become that. And then you start seeing it. You get downloads and information that this version of you literally cannot get, because they don't have access to it, because you don't have the right thoughts that are going out. You're not putting the right tractor beam out in order to receive that information. So when we make just a little bit of shift, now we're over here. Now we're putting our tractor beams this direction. So now we're going to get thoughts that coincide with this tractor beam. And it just changes, and you just keep evolving. Excuse me, guys. My voice gets distressed after all this. Okay. I also get annoyed that my SP who has rejected me has been MIA for 3 years. When person B, okay, got it. As person A is rejecting you and been MIA for 3 years, person B is showing up and showering me with love. Yeah, we already answered this question. You need to remove the story. So that right there is just showing that they rejected me and they've been MIA for 3 years. That's your story about them. That's got to go. That's the bookshelf in the room that's blocking the light from your SP. At least that's part of it. It's one shelf on the bookshelf. Let's say that. Okay. Nadine says, any advice for manifesting a new apartment? My current place is falling apart and I really like a new space. Well, would scripting work? Yes. Also, you need to stop saying that it's falling apart. You need to be in love with where you live now. And nobody wants to hear that. Okay. It's the same for everything. You have to be in love with the status quo in order for it to change, because you're reflecting shitty, broken down apartment. And again, the world's a mirror. You cannot get anything better until you change the way you think about it. So now, you know what? I like this place. I enjoy it. Freaking puts a roof over my head. It's got all my stuff in it. I can come here and escape the world. I love being at home. My home is beautiful. It's amazing. Start being appreciative of the parts that aren't falling apart and don't talk about the ones that are. And then from there, your energy needs to change from, I want to get out of this place because it sucks, to, okay, if I'm moving, what do I need to do? Maybe I need to start cleaning out my closet. Maybe I need to start getting rid of things, because I know that even though I'm in an amazing place right now, the universe is just getting better, unfolding in better and better ways every day. So I know that the next place is going to be even more beautiful. Maybe I don't want to bring some of this stuff with me. What can I get rid of? Lighten the load and open up new space for that place to come into your world by speaking of it and thinking of it in a positive way, and then clearing out space for it to move into your area. You know what I'm trying to say? Ooh, vegan, yes. Hi, vegan person. Vegan chalk, love it. Hi, Roxy. Love the channel. Thank you. Can you throw some badass affirmations / mental self-talk ideas I can tell myself daily about financial freedom? Yes. First of all, check out my money video because there's going to be a lot there. But think about like this. Money always comes. Money always comes. It always, always, always comes. It always comes when you need it. Money is always flowing in huge, larger and larger amounts. Every dollar I spend comes back to me twofold, fivefold, tenfold. Every time I spend money, I make money. When I get a bill, pay it. Don't even care. Thank you, money. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for keeping my lights on. Thank you for keeping this beautiful roof over my head. I love money. I love taking money with me wherever I go. Whenever I get to go do something fun, money gets to go with me. We get to experience fun stuff together. Money is energy. We treat it like a person. We treat it like somebody that we care about because we do. We don't demand of it. We just welcome it in. We love it. We love, I like to visualize it falling from the sky, like in these like plastic balls, like hanging off of parachutes, and you open up, there's like $1 million in there. I say that every manifesting money is as easy as manifesting a feather or a butterfly. So every time I see a feather or butterfly, I'm like, ooh, another million. Damn, manifesting money is so easy. God, it's so easy to manifest $1 million. It just comes so easy to me. Stuff like this. You gotta live in a fantasy land until it shows up in your world. Okay. Oh, a really good book is The Holographic Universe. Thank you. I will definitely check that. Let me write that down too, so don't forget. Book. Okay. What do we got next? VV laugh. This is the last one I'm reading from this. She says, B makes me feel like a diamond. A makes me feel like a rhinestone. Listen, girl, you are doing it. You're deciding that you're a diamond for B and a rhinestone for A. So they both treat you like diamonds because you treat you like diamonds because you are a diamond. Period. Okay. Sorry. Janessa says, you're a blob of energy. It reminds us that we have the power. You're damn right, girl. She also says, I was going to ask a question, but circumstances don't matter. So I think you answered me without answering. Yes. Yes, girl, I sure did. Because everyone's got pretty much the same question. It's just like different versions of the same question. Okay, let's see. Which is also why I get like, like I've already said this 100 times. Okay, but that's okay. That's what we're here for. Even though you want to be in a relationship, an improved relationship with your SP, prolonging relationship with them won't make them disrespect you even more because they have third party. Hold on. Okay, let me try this again. Even though you want to be in a relationship, to be in a committed and improved relationship with your SP, I think this means, won't prolonging the relationship with you make them disrespect you even more because they have third party? So I think you're saying if there's a third party and you're like hanging on too tight, is that like yes, it is. It's self-disrespect. Like give yourself some damn standards, people. Like, no, if someone's not putting you first of all, bye. Okay. Second of all, thank you for letting me know that I got something funky going on within me that's not allowing me to put me first. It's not saying that I am the #1 ticket in town. Thanks, person, for showing me this mirror of myself. That's as much energy as I'm going to give you. I need to focus on me, give myself what I need from the world, and then you can come back into my life if you're lucky enough. Is it actually possible to get an ex back? Yes, I have numerous videos about it. Check that out on my channel. My question is, I have identified some blocks. Is my best course of action after writing each out to create the opposite / positive and rewrite the story? Example, they never chose me to. I am always #1. Yes. Yeah. So if you know your limit. Ooh, are you coughing, boy? If you know your limitations, if you know your insecurities, your doubts, your limiting beliefs or whatever. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Thanks, guys. They have to let me know when somebody walks by. Okay. Where were we? Oh yeah. So taking if you're in a great position. If you already know your doubts or limiting beliefs or insecurities or whatever, figure out what they are, and then exactly, just reaffirm the exact opposite. You did it perfectly. Yeah, they never choose me to. I'm always first choice. Like I'm first choice, which means though that you have to start choosing yourself first. You have to start putting yourself first before them because they don't matter. They're nothing except for what you let them be. Okay. Okay, actually, I just answered your question, Solo. I just answered your question on YouTube comments, but I'll just address it here since we're all here together. What do you think of getting tarot reading while manifesting SP? I think that if you're using tarot to give yourself clarity on what you got going on right now, then it's great because all it does is read your current energy. The people or the cards or whatever, they're reading what you're giving off now. Again, the world is a mirror, guys. It's a mirror, and it can only reflect to you what you put in front of it. So getting your cards read, if you are having a trouble figuring out like what the hell you're even thinking and what you're feeling and you don't know how to gain clarity, use it for that. Yes, that's great. But if you're using it to tell you how things are going to go, or you're using it to tell you if your SP is thinking about you, or if you're using it to tell you like how to do life, no, not good, because you're putting your power outside of you, and it doesn't exist anywhere but with. Okay, let's see. How do I? How about this? Okay, Harry Potter's wand is not magic. He's the magic. The wand helps him direct it. Okay, this wand without Harry Potter is nothing. Okay, or any magician or whatever. I'm just saying as an example. The power comes from him. That he's the power. The wand helps direct it. Cards are only going to tell you more of what you already are. It cannot give you anything else. So don't look for power outside of yourself. Only use them for clarity, and that's otherwise I wouldn't. Yeah. Tarsha. Okay, let me ask you, do I pronounce your name Tarsha or is it Tarsia? Tarsia, let me know because I don't want to say it wrong. Okay. I screwed up and spoke to him. I screwed up and spoke to him, was insistent. It was not good at all. Of course it wasn't. How do I get back to feeling motivated? I still want him back. Girl, change. He doesn't have power. It's all you. Again, like he is nothing. He's a blob of energy. You're the one in control. You're the one in power. Okay. So what you did was, I actually like this subject, and I talked about this in my videos coming up this week, so I'm not going to go super in depth because I want you guys to tune in, of course, and I talk about it at length in the videos. But basically, what you're doing is, you're choosing a version of him that's unavailable because you're worried, insecure, noticing the lack. You're not in a place to choose the right version of him. So if you're trying to reach out to a version of him that doesn't value you, you're not going to change what's already popped in your reality. This is already a manifestation. You need to be changing and selecting a new version of him that puts you first. And again, that starts with you putting you first, because right now you're making him more important than yourself, and that's not. No, you are the important one, period. Hi, Amy. Hi, Susanna. Hi, Aaron. Everybody popped on. I'm sure this is a while ago, but okay. Oh, yeah. Here we go. More circumstance. Guys, circumstances, they don't matter. You're asking me, can I still manifest something if I created a blah, 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 blah? Yes. You manifest all of it at all times. So I'm going to read the questions so you guys know I'm getting fired up. She was in love with me, but she was with another relationship. She was hot and cold. She broke up with the other. I want to give you the time, but I don't even want to read this because it's so irrelevant. It's so irrelevant. It's nothing. Okay. It's old news. Why? You're taking old news, you're picking up last week's newspaper and then distributing it out for everybody again. Hey guys, did you see what happened last week? It's happening now. Last week's stuff still happening, guys. Hey. Last week, still going on. No, what's happening this week? Change it. Change it up here. It does not matter how long it's been, what they said, what they did, who's involved. No, you are writing the story, period. Do not give your power to anyone else outside of your body. Who cares what they think? They're not thinking anything until you decide that they are, and then they're thinking whatever terrible thing that you've decided that they're thinking. Okay, so change it. No. My person values me. I'm very important. I'm the best person they could possibly be with. There's nobody else they could be with in this reality. So if it's not me, then it's nobody. So let's start putting value. Let's start putting money into this bank instead of just dishing it out and giving it to everybody else. No. Okay, Susanna says my birthday is today. Happy birthday. Oh, no, SP birthday. Okay, happy birthday. Okay. Happy birthday, SP. Lucky we're giving you attention right now. Feeling mixed up. My daughter went up to his house where he and third party now live. I've been doing really well. Not good. Broken. So glad you're on tonight. Okay, yeah. Listen, I have a video about getting rid of third parties coming this week. So make sure you stay tuned and watch that. But you're just living in it and soaking in it and just making it your whole deal. And that's why it's continuing. Ciao, Roxy. Hello. So happy I was able to catch you live today. Me too. Thank you. Welcome. Eve says, I love your rampage video. I want to do another one. I just haven't had look at it. First of all, you're telling me that you are not stronger than an impulse? You're telling me that you, infinite being, is not stronger than a thought? No, guys, come on. Like, we're important. We are important, okay? We're the only important things in our world. And it's not a selfish thing. It doesn't mean that other people don't matter. It means that we can't have good things in our life show up consistently unless we feel good consistently, okay? So don't do things that hurt. Don't do things that you know going to social media is going to piss you off. You're going to it with like 2% hoping that it won't, 98% knowing that it will, okay? So don't go there anymore. Let them come to you. You are important, okay? Work on yourself, giving yourself love, and start manifesting in other areas of your Okay. You saved my marriage. Yes! My husband just called me to be sweet and declare his love. Oh. It works, guys. See, you just got to be. Can you give us a little bit? I know I think you talked last week about dealing with your family and working on that too. Can you just give us a little bit of like insight on where your mindset's at and to kind of like get that ball rolling? Thank you. Okay, so I already answered that question. Okay. Andrea says, hello. I had an exam last week and I studied a lot. And before it, I started really doubting myself. I heard your voice in my head say, girl, no. You're like my spiritual guide. Yes, I will be that for you. Yeah, just no. What am I saying? I got this. Like, your brain's connected to infinite intelligence and knowledge. Like, ideally, you have every answer already up here. So just know that. Tap into it. Okay. Going into a test. Sorry, everybody else. I'm about to get every single answer right. I'm about to be the star of this show too. Okay. Thoughts on manifesting misogynistic men who are controlling and jealous. Double ugh. Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna get to this question in just a minute. Okay. We can't tell that story. I'm guessing that you probably have some sort of story in there that says like that men act this way or you expect men to behave this way, kind of a thing. So we want to start breaking down the barriers within us. I always get the most like what's the word, sympathetic or compassionate versions of every person I come in contact with, because right now, because you're like so entrenched with this like misogyny and whatever, and the jealousy and stuff, because you're expecting it. So that's like showing up in your world. So you have to change that story and you have to stay here mentally long enough for it to show back up in your physical world. So in that Transferring Reality book, they talk about how, this world is a mirror, and it's like you're standing in front of the mirror. When you're trying to grab something from the energetic field, when you're trying to manifest something that's in potentiality, it's like you're standing in front of the mirror, you walk up to the mirror and you wave. And then you stand there and wait, but the mirror doesn't wave back right away. And then after like a minute or two, then the mirror waves. So basically, if you can wait for your mirror to wave, you're good. You're golden. So you just have to wait for it. You just need to know, okay, I'm going to wave. And because it doesn't wave right back, I'm not going to like smash the mirror and get pissed off and storm off. No, it's going to wave. I'm fine. I'm not going to die while it's waiting. Okay. Anyways, cool. Now we're good. So men, you always meet the most compassionate and open and understanding versions of everybody you come in contact with, including men. You're in healthy, harmonious relationships with people that respect you. I write in my speaking every single day. People respect me. They respect my time. They think I have great ideas, whatever. So just change the way that you're expecting people to show up in your life, because you're choosing them. You're choosing the versions of them. Because in every single reality that exists, they're not going to be misogynistic and controlling in every reality, okay? Because there are things that triggered during their lives, this version that you've chosen, that have made them feel that they need to be like that or whatever. So you want to be choosing versions of them that never felt like that, or versions of them that have transcended those thoughts, basically. So what you're, again, declaring, I always come in contact with people who are so respectful. I love that feeling. I love meeting another respectful person. It's just like such a great way to communicate, blah, blah, blah. Change the story. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, Facebook question. By the way, if you're not in my Facebook group, you can join my Facebook group, Black Moon Society. Everybody's super supportive. We talk about manifesting. Everyone helps each other, and it's great. Okay, Lori says, I try to intend on getting hold on, I need to turn my brightness up. I already can't see as it is. Okay, let's turn that. Oh, so much better. Okay. I try to intend on getting a text or call from him. I stay positive. I'm super pumped at it while I'm doing it, but nothing happens. Where's the disconnect? Well, how often are you telling that story that it's not working? That's going to be one area. And what story in general are you telling? Are you expecting this person to show up to you and for you, or are you expecting them to not? Are you in the back of your mind being like, you're saying one thing, no, they communicate with me every day. Yeah, but they're actually not. The yeah buts are going to kill you. So you need to look and be diligent, because a lot of these things are hiding in little corners. You don't realize that you're saying them. You don't realize that you're actually describing the situation that you don't want. So you need to be diligent about what you're actually saying, what you're actually feeling. What am I manifesting right this very moment? What is going to show back up in my life? Be diligent. Sierra says, how do you feel about getting answers from psychics? Again, same thing with tarot cards. I believe that if you need clarity and you need answers and you can't figure out like what's going on, then it's great, because what it does is read your current energy. But if you're using it to tell you like how to live your life, or where to, like, what to do, or like if your person like is thinking about you, then I would say avoid it. But I have a great psychic who actually I know two, but I've worked with two, but one in particular, when I had my like total loss of identity, I guess you could say, I talked about it in my Law of Attraction success story video. I kind of like lost my drive in life. I didn't know what I was doing anymore. And I talked to Pamela, and she told me like exactly what I'm doing right now. She's like, you need to be documenting your journey. I don't know what it is, but I see you writing all the time, which I do. I write constantly. She's like, I just see you writing and writing and writing and writing. And she's like, you whatever you're doing, it has to do with talking to people, helping people. She's like, maybe traveling around, but I just see you kind of like sharing your energy and your journey with people and documenting it. It's exactly what I'm doing. So it helped me, because that's what opened it up for me when I was like, oh, maybe I can start coaching people. And I thought I was going to be doing music consulting, music coaching, because I had spent so much time in the music industry. But as I went down that road and I started like figuring out like, what do I want to help people with? The more I uncovered it, at the end of the day, this is where it needs to be, because everything in your life stems here. So this is why I'm doing what I do. And that's not even what you asked me, but what do I think about psychics? Yeah. For clarity, absolutely. To tell you what to do, no. Or to tell you like, like to give you, how do I say this? You just don't want to be putting your power outside of yourself. You don't want to go to them because I need a psychic to tell me how to live my life. No. You tell yourself how to live your life, but a psychic can give you like clarity on how you're feeling, maybe what you're putting out there, maybe what direction you're headed to. If you can't see like your path in front of you, they can give you clarity. But other than that, I would say don't do it personally. Roxy yelling at us, yes. Okay, well, Callie's here for it, so thank you. Maggie says, preacher queen, love you guys, thanks. The banana part, okay, yeah, okay. Love you guys, okay. We're like an hour behind on the chat, okay. How do I stop ruminating thoughts when I talk to, oh wait, here we go. When I talk to an SP who just ended things again yesterday, I always go back to the conversation and overthink what I should have said, shouldn't have said, how my gestures were. Okay, so here's what I think you should do. If you're doing that, instead of going over the scene and be like, why did I do that? I shouldn't have done this, blah, blah, blah. Instead of doing it that way, go back through and do past revision and revise the way that it went down. But only do it with love and positive expectancy. You can't do it with like this beating yourself up energy, because that's not how it's not going to be productive. So it might even be too soon for you right now. If you're like feeling super like sad and shit like that, you might need to just let these feelings out, because if you bottle them up, they're just going to explode. And if you do feel sad, let the feelings go, but don't let the thoughts join the party. The thoughts don't get to join. The feelings can go off the cliff if they do have to, because sometimes we have to get them out again, but the thoughts stay at, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's working out. It's all fine. It's all fine. You self-soothe. But yeah, so self-soothe, give yourself the allowance of feeling the feelings, because things like depression, anxiety, pain, and hurt, like they don't go away And the more you bottle them up, the bigger they get. So let the feelings out again, but the thoughts do not get to join because we're not adding to the momentum with our thoughts. You're not going to start feeling like shit and then telling yourself you're shit. No, 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 no. If I feel regret, okay, let that feeling go, you know? But again, the thoughts don't join. The thoughts stay at everything's fine. It's all working out. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Then when you get out of the, that moment, like when you cried it all out and you're just like, oh, I just need some water and like, I need to watch like some trashy reality TV or whatever. Like you have that moment where you're like, okay, and you can get back into the world. That point forward, rewrite the story, start revising the way it went down, visualize like hanging up in the conversation and being like, oh, that went well. Even if it's that little tiny thing, changing the way it ended, because what that's going to do is that's going to change the way that you expect your person to show up to you. And in the meantime, you're going to be giving yourself what you need from this person. How did the breakup go down? What manifested in your relationship to cause the breakup? Because that's going to give you an exact mirror or correlation to what you are feeling inside, what your insecurities or doubts or whatever are. It's like the exact same thing. So if your person like stopped talking to you and went off with another person, a lot of people, the majority of my clients, I thought there'd be another person. I worried he'd go to someone else. Well, there you go. You literally sent him off to someone else. Or I didn't think I was good enough. I was worried he's going to break up with me. I was wondering when he was going to, wake up and realize I wasn't good enough. Well, guess what? He did, because you let him and you allowed him to. So figure out what it is that manifested the breakup, address it, give to yourself what you need from them that they're not giving you so that you can be whole. And that version of you is going to select a better version of them, because right now you're selecting a version of them that doesn't value you or doesn't want to be with you or doesn't see your worth or whatever. So again, that starts here. Niels Bohr. I love Niels Bohr. Yeah. So Michael Talbot, David Baum. Okay. Yeah. So, okay, let's see. Where are we at? Hi, Leanne. Thanks for joining. Oh, these are all quantum physics people. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, okay, let's see. I started ignoring my SP when he talks about his son's mom and he's noticing I don't respond. Well, good. Just revise it a little bit to where that person just kind of like doesn't exist. You're just like, who's that again? Like you kind of like forget about it. You're just like, they're nothing. Yeah, whatever. He only has eyes for me. He's always thinking about me. He loves being around me. We love having a monogamous and open relationship. Not open communication relationship. Let's say that. Okay. Maggie, I love you. Crying about it isn't going to get you anywhere. Damn right, girl. Sometimes we do got to let it out again, but the thoughts don't get to join the party. Oh, something's going down in the comments. I missed it. I'm way too behind. Okay. Thank you guys for being nice to each other. I appreciate it. Miss Hill says, do you think it's better for us to manifest somebody else versus an SP? Why or why not? Yes and no. I think that it can be better just because you don't have all the hangups. Because the thing about the SP, especially if it's an ex or somebody that's been in your life before, you have like all this baggage. You have all this story. You have all this past, all this stuff that happened before, all these expectations. And you have to like strip all of that away, because as soon as you bring it up, it like entangles with everything and it mucks up the water and it mucks up the story and the version of you that the version of them that you're selecting. So, what was I saying? Yeah. So, if it's easier for you to just like, whatever, they're fine. Like mend that relationship in your mind. Let them, you know what? They're fine. We're fine. We get along great. I have no ill will towards this person. Love them. If they come back in my life, that'd be great, because I know that I'm only going to choose a version of them that values me, puts me first. Okay. You can put that to rest if you want. Just make sure that you're leaving it on like a good vibration. And then with the new SP, you create them exactly the way you want it to, or the situation that you want. But, if you're able to get over the hump, if you're able to like rewrite that story, cut all that out and not listen to them when they say things that don't align, then absolutely keep doing what you're doing, because you can have whatever you want. There's no limitation. I don't know what that is in reference to. Okay. You guys are talking to each other here. You need to repeat. I am loved and I'm first best. Oh, going to Anne. Okay. You have to love yourself in order to attract that. He loves you and only you, but how will he do that if you don't love yourself first? Exactly. Listen, guys, and this is for my video tomorrow, but if you don't love yourself, you are only going to attract versions of people who don't love you. Does that make sense? It's a mirror. How could you possibly reflect somebody that values you if you don't value yourself? There's just no way. So you have to love yourself in order to attract people who love you and find you lovable, because you have to be lovable by loving yourself. Yeah, don't focus on your reality. Just imagine exactly. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to read through what's going on here. Damn, you guys are doing some business down in here. Okay. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Where's the next question I can address? Michelle, I love listening to your videos. I'm slowly getting my SP back. You damn right, girl. They're coming. They're on their way. And instead of slowly, SP's coming. Get ready for it, okay? Think of it like this. Okay, let's say you ask somebody to come visit you. Once they say yes, okay, I'll come visit, cool. Once they say yes, your energy changes from, I want this person to visit me, to they're coming, I need to be ready. Washing my sheets, getting my guest room ready, going to the grocery store. What days are they going to be here? What activities can we do? Are they getting a rental car? Do I need to pick them up from the airport? Completely different energy from I want them to come, okay? So, where were we? What was I? Oh, yeah. So, slowly getting my SP back. No. SP's on his way. What are you doing to prepare? Period, okay? Completely different energy. And hello, Anne. I manifested getting into an accident and winning $500, both of which happened at work. Don't do that first half anymore. My curls, what happens if you aren't necessarily the best in visualization? What is another good method to live in the end and manifest what we desire? So I say use visualization when your body naturally does it. When you naturally daydream, when you just kind of like think of an image and it just pops in your head, you can kind of like mold and shape that into what you want. Otherwise, I think it's more about your self-talk. It's more about how much of the story you're telling in the way that you want it to go, and how much of it you're affirming about the world that already is, and redeclaring what's already popped in your reality, therefore manifesting it over again. So you don't have to be good at visualization as long as in your mind you know that whatever you want is coming to you, because you're the operative power of this world, period, and nothing can stand in opposition to you except for yourself. Yeah, Max's affirmation, same thing. Yeah, it's just because every thought is an affirmation. So your thoughts need to be going in the direction of where you want to go and not veering off the road. Bo says, I'm a babe and amazingly intelligent. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Eve says, what's real? It's all an illusion. Damn right, girl. So right. That's why, guys, it doesn't matter what's going on in your mind. Live in a fantasy world here, because you're already in a fantasy world. This is all fake. This is not real. This is energy. I should not be able to tap on energy. It's empty space, okay? So therefore, that alone, the fact that I can touch energy and make it, I can't go through this. I mean, I could, if I could get there, but the fact that this is solid, but it's actually 99.9% empty space, shows you immediately that something else is going on other than what we think. So that's your platform to suspend your logic right there. You can suspend it right there. Just the fact that this feels solid, but it's not. We know it's not, okay? So what? Okay, so that at least gives me this idea of like something else is going on, and I think, let me explore this thing. Let me see if it's under my control. Let's see how this works. Suspend disbelief. Maggie says, every day I'm feeling more confident and loving myself more. That's right, girl. That's my girl. Okay. Al, I'm only not reading that because I don't want to give anybody any ideas here, okay? All right. Okay, just making sure we're good on Facebook. Okay. Was trying to manifest an ex-SP, but after a while I lost interest in him and want to manifest this other guy. How would you say I restart this? It's been a while since picking an SP. You don't have to restart it. Just, I always attract people who are available. They love me. They kind of worship the ground I walk on a little bit. They think I have the most interesting things to say. They can't keep their eyes off me. They are always thinking about me. They want to like make me happy. They love the idea of making me smile. You know, the universe is bringing me like the most perfect partners. I'm always meeting people who are like on the same page as me, and they're emotionally available. I'm emotionally available. Things keep working out. Just tell a new story. Tell it just, I mean, what do you want? Figure out what you want. And then, you know, actually, and then tomorrow's video out is just about manifesting a specific person, just period, just in general, just, you know, new ways of looking at it and thinking about it. So make sure you stay tuned and come back tomorrow for that video. And also, I'm just going to take this moment while I'm scrolling to remind you guys, if you want one-on-one coaching, and we can discuss your specific issue and figure out what exactly are your limiting beliefs and shit that's standing in your way. I'll help you get there. Okay. Is it bad if I have days I'm not really in the mood meditating / visualizing my SP? Like sometimes having a lonely time thinking. Sometimes I'm having a lovely time thinking in the end, but today I'm kind of like blah, whatever. Yeah, this is okay. You guys are so much more than your SP. Like, God, like, I want to like shake you guys sometimes. And like, your SP is just, your SP is your bracelet. Okay. What's going on with the rest of your outfit? Why are you spending all day, every day worrying about your bracelet? Where's the rest of your outfit? What's your makeup, your hair, your shoes? Like, what clothes are you wearing? Like, think bigger, broader. What else is going on in your world? There's no way in hell the only thing in your world is your SP. No. And there's no way in hell that you're having this much problem with your SP and it's not manifesting in other areas of your life. Guarantee you, somewhere else in your life, you're seeing these exact same things show up. So address it everywhere, guys, okay? And that will keep you from noticing the absence. It helps you stay like in line with it. And so many other things that are happening, it keeps you distracted from the absence. Also, I want to ask if you're ever going to do makeup tutorials. I don't know. Definitely not on this channel, but maybe on the Roxy Lee Hart channel, maybe. I don't know if anybody really wants to see that at the end of the day. Like, who cares? I like rarely wear makeup. I wear makeup to record my videos. And then on these days I put on eyelashes and a little bit of concealer under my eyes and then lipstick. Otherwise, I don't ever wear makeup. I just don't care anymore. I used to care way too much. Now I just don't. Let's see. Okay. David Allen. Hello. How are you? My SP canceled our first date again. I feel lost and exhausted. I've been working too hard. Best ways to get back to manifesting successfully. I want you to look within and figure out where is it that you're not valuing you? Where are you not putting yourself first? Because if this is happening over and over, either you're fearful it's going to happen, so you're giving them energy, you're giving them the power or the license to not put you first, or you're not putting you first again, you're not valuing yourself. Look at the behavior or the feelings within you that are manifesting that, because that's where your answer is going to lie, and you're going to have to change that story. Like, what am I saying? People love going out with me. I'm like the best first dater ever. I always have the most amazing first dates and second dates and third dates and fourth dates and fifth dates. I'm a great partner, and I always seem to meet people who are on the same level as me. Same story we've kind of been telling about everybody else. Just change it. Like, instead of my SP cancel our first date again, maybe like, oh, that's sad. She had an emergency. That's okay. You know, like, you can't take offense to it. I say, like, maybe make up an excuse that doesn't, like, again, like, I said earlier, as somebody didn't get a text back, I was like, maybe they're at the zoo and a gorilla took their phone. Like, you don't even know why they didn't text you or why they didn't show up. So make up a benign story. Like, dang, she got 4 flat tires. That sucks. My poor girl. I hope she feels better. But in the meantime, I'm still here doing me, the most important thing. So when she's ready, I'll be here. But other than that, I'm giving myself what I need. She can be there or not. I'm allowing her to be here, but I know that I'm important. I'm giving to myself what I need from the rest of the world, and so that nothing else matters. Max, maybe I'm trying to act like it's normal and it's becoming a norm in my life. Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, guys. Everything is. Natalie says, I do not really understand that with reality. 3D. I don't know what you mean. Please elaborate. Hello, Rubia. How can I manifest my ex-fiance back while we still live together? Well, you're gonna have to live in fantasy land. So first things first, you're gonna need to know that you're gonna be living in the 3 bears, but your brain needs to be in Rapunzel until you're literally dangling your hair out the window. Okay. What I mean by that is that You're already living in fantasy land, like we just said. So this 3D world is just an example of past manifestations. It's everything you felt in the past. So it has nothing to do with the future, has no bearing whatsoever on what's to come in the forward, as long as you don't allow more of it to happen. So we're going to do that by not reacting at all to the 3D world. You can make up stories in your head of why you guys are like having distance. Like, man, we both decided to work on ourselves, and it is like the best decision we've ever made. We are just both coming into our own. We're understanding ourselves. We're loving ourselves even more every single day. And that's just making us better partners for each other. You need to tell a new story. And again, like, you're telling the story, you're choosing all of it. And so I want you to work on yourself, work on giving yourself what you need from your partner, again, what you need from the world, while telling a new story about them. We're cutting out all the history, revising it, rewriting it, changing the way we're looking at everything. And then you got to stay there. You have to stay there no matter what. Like, they could be screaming in your face, telling you how much they hate you and they can't stand you. And you're just like, oh, aren't they cute? Look at this little play they're rehearsing for. Whatever. Again, like, tell yourself something crazy, because you can't let it sink in. You can't let it, like, the second you're like, oh no, now you're just like sent that out. And now that's your guys' reality until you change it back to, what am I saying? This person loves me. We live together. We're working on ourselves. Yeah, we're taking some time apart a little bit right now. I mean, actually, don't even say that part. Don't even give that any life. Just say, yeah, we're both working on ourselves and learning how to love ourselves. And it is amazing. And it's making our relationship thousands of times better. That's all you have to say. It's all you have to describe. Okay. Okay. Now Lisa says, I have my reality, my SP his own. I create mine the way I would like it. But what if my SP does not want me? And no, you just contradicted your own first statement. What if my SP does not want me? What the fuck? What if my SP does not want me? He is a part of my life, but am I not for his life? Well, it doesn't matter. Your consciousness is not in that version of reality. So why does it matter? What matters is this one. Pay attention to this one and be diligent in this one. Rick Hansen says, a non-real being should not be able to discern another real or unreal being. Therefore, I cannot aggravate you. Absolutely. And that actually kind of just goes along with what Natalie was just asking, is like, it's not his reality, it's yours. So he doesn't get to choose whether or not you're part of his life. Not in this reality. In his, fine, but you're not there. So what does it matter? Like, in this one, you have the decision how people treat you and how you react to how they treat you. Period. Exactly what Rick was saying. Okay. 111 people in the room. Yes. Okay. Vivi, so happy. I wanted to hear the best case scenario song for a while. Girl, you got it. Everything is working out. Best case scenario. It's the best. It really works. Okay. Nadine says, sorry if this was asked already, but I talked to my SP on the phone and he'll mention his girlfriend. His who? No. Any advice on how to deal with that? Because it hurts sometimes. Well, I don't know your situation. What from this like 30 words of your story that I've gathered, all I'm going to assume, and of course it's an assumption, so if I'm wrong, don't crucify me. This is just one of my thoughts. If you're talking on the phone to your SP who has a girlfriend, you are, first of all, you're selecting a version of him that is what we like to call Shallon. I mentioned her earlier. She's one of the YouTubers I follow. He's a dick that wants two girlfriends, okay? You're manifesting a version of him that wants his cake and is eating it too. He's coming to you for emotional, whatever, support, talking, whatever, or who knows what's going on with you guys. And he's got a girlfriend, so he just wants whatever he can have. So first of all, you need to stop radiating side chick energy. No. I'm first choice. I am not second choice. I am not back burner. I am not shoulder to cry on. Unless I'm first. Of course, you can be shoulder to cry on if you're first choice, but you don't just get to cry on my shoulder and take from me what let me rephrase that. You don't want to be giving them, you're like giving them the cow and then wondering why they're not buying the milk. Okay. So stop giving them the cow. Don't even give them a sample of the milk until they're like lined up with their money. Like, okay, I'm ready to give you my energy. Number one, you are important to me. So again, that's got to be from standards, personal standards. Okay. I will not be side chick anymore. I will not be number two. I'm number one. And if you don't recognize it, then you don't get to be that number one spot for me. Like, you're letting him be number one for you, but you're not number one for him. No. So I'm number one. I'm important. Only me. is my concern, because everybody else has their own shit to deal with. And this is me. This is my version of my chance. And I only accept people who are emotionally available, who trust, who are open, or who I can trust, who are open, who like monogamy, who only have eyes for me, who respect me and my time, who want to put me first, period. And that's the story you tell. Okay, Solo, I've answered this question so many times. Okay. Crypto Cat says, never heard that song. Yeah, because it's an original Roxy. Okay, that's an OG Roxy track right there. Copywritten. I wrote it. Best case scenario song. I wrote it because I was saying earlier, is because everything is working out. Best case scenario is an affirmation that I started saying. And I said it so many times that I wanted to make it sound like it was real. And I came up with a song. So now it's a song. Everything is working out. Best case scenario. Best case scenario. I don't need to keep doing it, but yeah, that's how good I want. Wait, what? Hold on. I could say, yeah, everything is, I'm guessing that means what I want. Oh, what the fuck? Everything is I want, I get, then I don't. That's the part that fucks me up with the I don't get it. Y'all could throw some commas in this shit sometimes. That would be really helpful. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Lord. Okay. I could say, okay, let me just go back to the first question. Yes, your limiting beliefs are standing in the way of you getting what you want, because your yeah buts. I get everything I want. Well, yeah, I really don't. Of course that's standing in your way. How could it not? Like, no, I get everything I want. Period. Period, period, period. No buts. We don't go to Buttland. Okay? We're not taking the train to Buttland. That shit is broken down. No more buts. Okay, you guys are helping each other. Hey, Roxy, just wondering what's the difference between manifesting from the ego versus when you manifest from belief? I don't know if that's a thing. I've never heard of it. And all I can say with just the words you're using, that there is no difference, because you are all of it. You're the ego and the belief. So, I mean, I don't, can you elaborate, please? Thank you. Okay. Eve says, I think people listen better when we yell. Okay, great. Then we're perfect. We're right on track. This is the channel to come to get yelled at. In the most loving way, of course. I love you guys. Okay. So it says, thank you for highlighting that we have to live in a fantasy world until it happens. Exactly. You're already in a fantasy world, okay? You're already in Hansel and Gretel. You want to be in the Three Bears? You want to be in Rapunzel? You want to be in Cinderella? Great. You need to start telling that story until the shit starts materializing, okay? I just internally asked what I needed to do in order to manifest what's on my mind. Yeah, and ask. Absolutely. Your self-diagnosis, you guys are 100% self-contained. So if you've got questions, you don't need to come here and ask. You can ask yourself, like, what do I need to feel fulfilled? Why is this manifesting over and over? Why does my person not value me? Why do I keep finding people who have, a partner? Why do I keep finding people who are not available? Again, I think I said that one, but yeah, you could ask these questions and yourself will tell you. You just need to trust the answer that you get. Okay, yeah, and she just asks, okay, great. Yeah, she says, I literally just said, what do I need to do to make way for what I want? Then you said, live in a fantasy world until it appears while appreciating what we have and what's going on here. Exactly. That is the answer to all. All right, we're going to shut it down, guys. Sin just answered every single possible question that you have. Here's the answer. I'm going to read it one more time. She said, what do I need to do to make way for what I want? And then you said, she says, live in a fantasy world until it appears while appreciating what we have and what's going on here. Again, end of Q&A, shutting it down. That's the answer to every single question. I can already tell you everything that goes forward. That's going to be the answer to it. Okay. Bianca. I love that name. That's my fake name. If I ever don't want to give my name to somebody, it's Bianca. Okay. Hi, Roxy. Could you please explain to me how I can be focused while visualizing, because my mind goes everywhere else? That's one question. Two, why sometimes I manifest even if I'm not happy or excited? Okay. I want to answer number 2 first. Why do I sometimes manifest even when I'm not happy or excited? I actually made a video about that. It's about, like, do you have to be positive to manifest or something like that, or positivity does not equal manifestation, something along those lines. But that's because there's more to the story about manifestation than just what you feel. It's also like what your predominant thoughts are. It's what you expect. It's what you believe. It's what you know internally. So you can manifest something and not be in a good mood, but just know that it's happening. Like, I don't have to be in a good mood to know that my walls are going to stay around me. I don't need to be in a good mood to know that my blood's going to keep pumping through my veins. And that is manifestation. So, you know, this is such a ridiculous example, but it made it click in my mind. I had this instance where I was ordering food. I got the order wrong. So I called to fix my order before it got sent to me. And it was from Chipotle, and they're very, very, very fast. So I was like, shit, I need to call right now. So I'm calling, they're not answering the phone. Meanwhile, I'm on my app, my DoorDash app, like texting with the DoorDash people saying, can you help change my order? Okay. Then they call this Chipotle. Then my husband's in the other room, also decides for whatever reason, he's going to call too. So not only am I not getting through, and now I'm like, oh my God, now we got 3 people trying to call this number that I can't even get through to. And I'm getting all pissed off. I'm like, ooh, I want my damn guacamole. That's like, I don't care. Like, I don't care how pissed I am right now. I'm going to be pissed, whatever. When I open up that bag, and I visualize myself opening the container because I accidentally ordered queso instead of guacamole. And I don't know why this happens to me all the time. And you would think that I would know, but it just keeps happening over and over. So I said, no, 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 no. When I open that freaking container, there's going to be, I visualize how the guacamole sticks to this side and how like sucks off of this. Like, I just played the whole thing in my mind of like opening this guacamole and being like, damn straight, that's guacamole. And I said, I don't care how pissed I am right now. I'm getting that guacamole. Do you know that I had that guacamole in like 15 minutes? I'm telling you, like, and I realized, I was like, damn, it does not matter how I feel. If I know what's coming to me, I know my manifestation is whatever, because I'm declaring it. I can feel whatever way I want. So that's that answer number 1. Okay. That was answer number 2. Number 1 says, can you please explain how I can be focused while visualizing because my mind goes everywhere else? So what I do when I'm visualizing, I do this, I point my eyes at my third eye, like while they're closed. So I'm almost like cross-eyed in here, and I keep my mind focused on my third eye. And I have found that when I stay like that, that means I can focus on my meditation. And then when my eyes start to fall away and go naturally, that's when like the funky movies start playing and I start getting distracted. So I just like, whoop, when I say I bring back to center, I literally mean it. I really bring my eyes back to center and I refocus. And I'm able to just like squeeze back in on what I want. So I would say try doing that. Just you don't want to judge yourself or beat yourself up for getting distracted. You just want to gently bring yourself back, and then you'll get better and better at it, just like any habit. Selena says, been watching your videos all day as I reacted when I know I shouldn't have, and I should have known better. So thank you for the videos. The tough love was needed. Love always from within. Yes, girl, it comes from a place of love. We all have this power within us. You just need to like shake the bullshit out, because we're like programmed to think that we have all these limitations and we don't have any. So, hi, Sharon. Glad you're here. Crypto Cat says, well, what you say about tarot makes sense, and I agree. I'm still being pulled between stuff like astrology type stuff and manifestation. Listen, you're making it true. So take that from that what you will. Sorry, I just read the next thing in line. But yeah, so listen, you're making it true. If you think astrology is real, then it is. It's your perception of it that creates it. My dad had this song lyric when I was a kid, and I didn't really understand it then, but now I think it's so great. But it's perspective makes reality. And yeah. Now I'm playing the rest of that song in my head. Anyways, yeah, perspective makes reality, period. That's always. Sharon says, I got a text. Yes, I love success stories. I love it when it's working out for everybody. Okay. Sanina says, hey, Roxy, I have a new guy in mind to manifest, but for some reason I'm scared to start manifesting him. Not sure why, but I can't seem to start. Look at what you're afraid. Like, are you afraid of being loved? Are you afraid of not knowing what to do in a relationship? Are you afraid of being left? Are you afraid of not being good enough? Figure out what it is you're afraid of that's keeping you from going there. Ask yourself, again, do self-diagnostic. What am I really afraid of here? What is standing in my way? And then trust yourself, and then just go down that road. As Sharon says, I got a text. I'm not going to reply. I love you. You're so funny. Okay. Okay. Crypto Cat loves my bluntness. Thank you, boo. Okay. Seth the Real Snake says, hello. Roxy, ignite it up. I'd imagine she's breaking it down to straightforward or inside terms of simpler know or understand. Yeah, I'm just trying to make it's not hard to understand, but we just have all these like blocks, and like think about like the light analogy I was saying, where the light's shining in the room, and like if you put like a bookcase in it, there's going to be like the portion of the room behind that bookcase where the light doesn't reach. That's kind of like what we're doing. So we have this knowledge, this light's always shining. It's always there. We have like bookcase after bookcase after bookcase or whatever's in our room popping up and blocking the light from reaching certain areas. So we're not able to spread that power over everything until we like knock those bookcases down. Maybe says, thank you for making me see my limitations that I wasn't aware of, even though I thought I was so far ahead in the game. And thank you for yelling at us out of love. Yes. Yes. Honestly, guys, these things are lurking in like crazy places. Okay. They're lurking in the weirdest areas. I always tell my clients, it's like little dust in corners you don't realize is there. That's why we get very diligent about what we say, how we phrase things, the words that we're actually using, what we're actually manifesting. We're checking with ourselves all day long to see, you know, what is the story I'm really telling. Oh, sorry, I got to charge my phone now so the Facebook group doesn't lose the live stream. And I'll just take this moment to remind you guys, if you would like one-on-one coaching, I will help you get to your specific limiting beliefs that are manifesting in your life so that you can kind of cut those down and get whatever it is that you're going after, because it's definitely possible for you. Whatever it is, whatever thing that you're thinking about is 100% possible for you, but you have to start putting your mind, you have to make your mind frame is the most important thing. So that's what coaching is good for. So I help you find exactly, okay, we've been thinking this specific thought our entire life. That's where you fucked up. Sorry. And I have a potty mouth. So if you don't like it, you find another coach. Find someone else's live stream. You don't want to be yelled at and potentially not cuss at in a mean way, guys, but I just, you know, I got a potty mouth and I don't really care to change it at the moment. And I love you guys and thank you. Okay. Jay's listening at the gym. That's right. Work that body and that mind. I love it. Okay. Al, I have an everyone is me pushed out question for you. A friend of mine took her. Oh God, no. Fuck. I hate talking about death, guys. I get really triggered from death questions. I really am. Fuck. If we can, hey, if it's limiting, it's limiting, but I really would like to, if we can avoid death talk as much as possible, I'd really like it personally, because it triggers me a lot. And I like, that's where my brain, like that's my darkness, is like thinking about everybody I love dying. So I really try to avoid going there, and then obviously bringing up the people in our lives that have, do I even want to, I don't want to disrespect you by not reading the question, but I also just, I don't know how far it's going to take me. Okay, let's see. A friend of mine took her own life a while back, and I have hellacious resistance to the fact that I created that. Did I manifest that? Oh man. I don't know how to answer this question. I think personally, man, I really don't like going down this road. Let me give you guys a little example from my personal story. This is the only thing I can equate to this personally, how I know how to answer it, because at the end of the day, nobody knows what goes on with death. We don't know why. We don't really know what we're doing here. We don't know why we're here. We don't know what this connection between other people is. We just speculate, and we use the science, the observations that we have to draw conclusions, but we really don't know. So I will say this. When I was my whole life up until like my mid-20s, I had this story of I wasn't going to make it till I was 30. Like I knew that I was not going to make it till I was 30. I went so hard in my 20s. I was like, I never had a backup plan. Like I've told you guys before, like I never had any backup plan, because not only because I believed in my music career, but I also didn't think I was going to make it to 30. I could not conceive of a world where I was 30 years old. Like to me, it did not exist in my reality. There was no way I would ever be 30. And I just had this idea that I was going to die before 30 and leave my husband to raise my 2 young sons alone. Well, turns out that was my sister's death, okay? And she died at 28, high school sweetheart, now raising her 2 young sons alone. They were 5 and 1.5 when she passed at 28 years old. So that death was implanted. Like that death was, I knew that. Like I came here with that knowledge. I thought it was my own death. And probably, I mean, I always equated it to, so I call her my sister. She was really my cousin, but I didn't have siblings, and we were together every single day. And our moms are like we were only 10 months apart, same grade, same school, literally together every day. She was like my twin sister. And, but we always had, I always like was like jealous of her. She was just like cooler and prettier and smarter, and everybody loved her. And she was like skinny and just like fat. Like, I don't know. She was like everything. It's always the best people that die early. And I had this, I just wanted to be like her. And I just always kind of was like jealous of her life. And then I had this like drunken conversation with her brother, who's also my brother, her brother, like the three of us grew up like as a unit. And he was like, don't be jealous about her. She's been with her husband, they've been together since high school. Her life is completely planned out. Like, she has this, you have options. Like, don't be jealous. You could have anything in your life. And it like kind of cleared that thing I had going on. And when I released that feeling, I stopped having that death in my mind. And that was like in my mid-20s when that happened. And then when she passed, it was like, it was shocking, of course, but it was like almost not surprising, because I knew it. I came to this planet with that knowledge. Like, I knew it was something, like that concept was there for me. So where I'm getting at with this story, long story short, is that I think that these things are kind of a part of our story. I don't know how or why. I don't know what they have to do with, except for it's part of our journey of transcendence of where we have to go. That's not an answer that satisfies any reason of why that they passed and things like that. But all I can say is that for me, my biggest tragedy in life so far, I came to this planet knowing about it. Even if I didn't understand, I wasn't able to like translate what it was there. So, no, I don't think you manifested it. I think that it was just part of your story. I don't know. I can't, that's as much as I can give it. And from here on, please don't ask me about death, guys. I really don't like to talk about it. And I know that's not really fair, but at the same time, like, we can see the different change in energy here, right? I don't feel comfortable talking about it. Okay. Meg says, I still catch alive. I hope this helps me. I just had the greatest hurt today. My SP says he wants to stop this at all. Actually, he wants to stop this. I don't know how to read this. I'm sorry. There's another significant other involved. He's afraid to let the girl know about you. Okay, well, you're not valuing yourself. You're giving out energy that says, I'm not important enough to be number one. I'm not worth number one status. So you need to start giving it to yourself and putting yourself first, caring about the way you feel, and not allowing people to put you on the back burner. No, not in your reality. Rick says, how do you wield the wonderfully alluring, non-real desire Ray device again? I love it. Boom, tractor beam. You send out the signal. I choose, first things first, you need to be clear about what you need and what you need, like what you want and what you need from the world. So with this last question, we just talked about how, your SP says you want to stop and there's another person. You need to get clear on what it is that you need from a relationship, period. And actually tomorrow's video talks about manifesting a specific person will help you understand how to get clear on what it is that you need. But being clear first and foremost will help you lock in on what it is that you're going towards. So if I know that I want a harmonious and great relationship, that is at least a GPS point for me. That's a tractor beam for me. That's all I need to start with is I'm manifesting a perfect and mutually respectful, open communication, loving, honest relationship. And I know the universe is just bringing it to me and I feel so full and loved already. I can't wait to see how this unfolds, period. That's where you're going. So we just put that out. That's the idea. And we only allow thoughts that coincide with that story to enter our mind. And if they don't, we redirect. And then Sharon says, guys, we need to start loving ourselves, period. That's right, girl. Put that period, no buts. Okay. Sarah says, is it easier to change an SP or create one from scratch? Same, but like, okay, the actual functionality of it, no difference, but it's the dropping of the old story of like dropping the baggage, getting over that hump of recreating them. That's where the trouble usually lies. So making sure that once you rewrite that new story about them, that you don't go back. You can't go back to the old vibration because not only does rewriting the story about them change them, but it changes you because now now you're choosing a version of you. Now you're choosing a version of them that like ticks off all these boxes that says, no, he's honest, he's open, or they're honest, they're open, they communicate, they love being around me, they only have eyes for me, they put me first, blah, 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 blah. You are now selecting a new version of them. So either way, it's the same thing. You're declaring, this is the kind of people that I allow in my life, period. Again, our favorite sentence, period. Our favorite exclamation, period. I'm only allowing people in my life that treat me this or better. And that includes SP, that includes you, that includes mom, that includes boss, that includes me, that includes person working at Starbucks or whatever, okay? I hope I answered that question. Yeah, it's up to you as long as you can rewrite the story and stay there. Malachi, one of my favorite people on the entire planet. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Okay. Sarah says, does our belief influence how long it takes for our imagination to wave back? Yes. Okay. Now, the reason why is because when you declare something, if you don't offer a differing signal, if you don't offer any differing, like again, when you say like, I've told this story before where I said, I want a pink lighter. And I just said it out loud. I had this thought. I was like, I want a pink lighter. Did not think about it again until later that night. I was having a party and my friend showed up with a box from the liquor store and we emptied it out and there was just a pink lighter in the bottom of this box. And I asked him, I said, is this your lighter? And he goes, no. Like, why would I have a pink lighter? And I was like, the universe sent me a pink lighter. It was like just hours later. But I had like no resistance to that thought because I want a pink lighter. That's it. That's it. And so, what were we talking about, guys? Yeah. So it took maybe a couple hours for my, my mirror to wave back, but that's a pretty immediate, response. Like the next person that came into my world brought me that lighter. So, so what happens is in that meantime, if I had offered a thought of like, well, God, I don't really feel like going to the store right now though. Like, you know what I mean? If I had gone down the road of the what if, or if I had taken the train to Buttland, that lighter probably would not have shown up like that. But because I just didn't even think of it again after I like set that intention, I set it and forget it, and then it was able to come to me. So if you set your belief or your intention and you just say, this is it, period, and you don't like jerk your joystick around again when your claw's in midair, then it can come to you a lot faster. Your mirror will wave back faster. But if you start saying, well, yeah, but what if, but this, but they're not actually, but I don't know, then it's going to take a while. Because then you're not offering. Now instead of waving in front of the mirror, you're like, and so you can't expect the mirror to wave if you're giving it a wink and a gun. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Okay. Why is it some people get results in days and weeks, but I've been at this for years and nothing? So it was a joke on me. Okay, I can tell you right now that little last statement, that's where your problem is. Your like little snarky comments to yourself and beating yourself up for not being able to do it, your doubts, your insecurities, that's why. People that are able to do it in days and weeks don't challenge the idea. They don't notice the absence. They allow the absence to remind them that their shit's on the way and not that it's not here yet. Because if you're waiting for something, that implies that something is coming. So just keep that mind frame. You're not looking at it the right way. So the joke's on me. Yeah, the joke is on you because you just put it on yourself just by saying that. And I mean that with the most love, of course. I changed my story and now Waldo finds me. I love that. That's so funny. Okay. Thank you. I guess I love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sharon's not on Facebook. Okay. Yeah, I understand. I don't really like Facebook either. I literally only go on there for my group, but we chat in there. You don't have to be a part of it. We do this every week. Meg says, how to be focused if you see him every day giving so much attention with his first girl? Well, you're giving attention and focus to the girl. You are, not him. He's a reflection of you. So I have a video out. I think it's out Thursday. Wednesday or Thursday is going to be about erasing erasing a third party or anything that you don't want out of your reality. But definitely it's going to be about, you need to stop giving it attention. Like the fact that you've commented twice about it shows that you're giving it way too much attention. It's on your mind. It's top of mind. You know what I'm saying? So you got to let that thing go. Okay. I know we asked you earlier to explain to us how, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I want to pronounce it. I'm going to say Figaro because I can say that part. Sorry. and type it out phonetically for me. So I know I see you here and I want to say it, but I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. We asked you earlier to explain to us how you got your husband back, I think. Okay. So she said, I decided to just ignore my reality and just create intentions. After a week, my husband started talking about moving back home, and he's been romantic ever since. I say he loves me, he's obsessed, etc. Exactly. Here you go. Thank you. Sharon, love you. Appreciate your support always. Do you think that in order to manifest an SP, you need to not feel too excited about it? That it's better to get to the point where you wouldn't be that big of a deal? Honestly, I do personally, because listen, I think I have better success manifesting things with like yeah, I'm just gonna get it kind of an attitude, like that. It's that cool, calm, collected. I actually talk about this week. You guys are always so in sync with the videos that are coming out this week. It's crazy. Yeah, I find, I mean, you can obviously, you're manifesting at all times, so everything manifests always, but the excitement does manifest. But at the same time, like if you know your person is yours, it's a different energy than like, oh my God, they're finally talking to me. You know, it's more like, obviously they're talking to me. Who else could they be talking to? You know, like it's just detached from all of it. Detached from all of the reaction, because you're doing all of it in all moments, and it's not productive for you to entertain anything that doesn't align with where you want to go. And that's why it's very clear to know where you want to go. That's why we need to set our intentions and be clear about what our direction is and what we want. And B, like, it's just, that's where I'm going. So there's no question. And I don't have to like try. No, I'm doing it. I'm only writing the story I want. So that's all I'm going to get. And if I get something that's not part of that story, then it's not part of my story. I don't need to react to it. Again, it's a basketball bouncing in front of me. So what? And what's next? So, and okay, now, and what now? You know, hands off, removed, like detached. That's a lot of hand. Okay. I don't know how many times that question needed to be asked, but apparently 500. Okay. How do I keep the thought of my ex getting someone pregnant? Don't do that. You like stop entertaining these crazy things. Like you're literally making it happen. You're like, actually, I'm not going to say that sentence I was just about to say. You are providing the baby making components for these people. If you are literally visualizing them having a baby together, that is not productive. Stephanie says, I love the Post-it notes. Okay, I leave these up because this is a reminder of where I was at the beginning of the year. Like 90% of the shit that's written on these things has come true, has manifested, okay? And that was me. I was me scripting before I really even understood like how to do scripting. I always kind of avoided it because I was just like, not for me. But now I do it every single night. This isn't it. I have a notebook by my bed, and I do it every night before I fall asleep. But all of these are just affirmations. They are ideas that I had. They're things that kept me going when I was like losing my mind, not doing what I loved. And it was what helped me manifest this, what I'm doing right this moment. Because earlier this year, right now in this very moment, I would be sitting at this desk and I would be facing that way, and I would be calling people, selling people stuff that I didn't want to do, like sell or talk about. And I just hated it. I'm not a salesperson. Like, if you want to like come to me I will help you absolutely, but I'm not gonna sit there and tell you a million reasons why you need to come to me. You either do, you don't. Period. I don't need, you guys know me. I detached. I don't care either way. So, anyways, long story short, that was me manifesting the life that I have now, and it worked. If you don't love Celia, right? And okay, yeah. If you don't love yourself, you're only going to manifest versions of those who don't love you. Exactly. That's what I said earlier. Jojo says, how to deal with anger towards an SP, but you still want them. You're going to have to forgive them for whatever it is that you think they've done, because whatever it is that they've done has been manifested by you. So it's really not their fault. It's your fault for doing that to yourself. So we're going to forgive them, forgive yourself, and we're going to rewrite the new story. They have lots of respect for you. You have respect for yourself. There's honesty, there's openness, there's communication. They only have eyes for you. You guys work perfectly together. You have a great relationship. You're both working on yourselves right now, and you're coming together in the most beautiful way, period. Tiff says, it really does help to talk to yourself often. I think ideal self often. Be great. Wait, what? Okay. It really does help to talk to your ideal self often. Be grateful for her or him and take advice from them. Yes, absolutely. Like when you can ask yourself, again, self-diagnosis, what's going on with me? What do I need? Why am I doing this? Why is this manifesting? Why am I feeling like this? And then yes, trusting the answer that you get and leaning into that. We have a lot more questions this week than normal. Do you have any advice on to relax / not worry, not stress about your SP? I feel frustrated and demotivated. Well, first things first, you make sure you're giving yourself what you need from your person, from the world. You're getting clear on yourself. I have a video about manifesting a person coming out tomorrow, so make sure there's more to this question. I'm not insecure and keep affirming / redirecting my thoughts, but it's kind of hard to live in the end. Okay. You need to be focusing your attention on other shit in your life. Like you're putting way too much focus on your SP. And again, like this is just your bracelet and the rest of your outfit is neglected right now. So I need you to focus all of that power on yourself and the rest of the world of what you're doing, because your SP is already done. Like if you're manifesting them and you're thinking good thoughts about them and everything's fine, that's good. Now you need to figure out what's going on internally with you that is causing you to not feel good enough, things not show up in your life. You need to be putting yourself first and giving yourself what you need and spreading, I call it sprinkling it all over. Sprinkle your power all over your entire life, your job, your friends, your work, your family, your self-esteem, like you're getting your coffee, your haircut, everything, all of it. And then that gives you so many things are manifesting and popping everywhere else that A, you're not noticing as much of the lack because you're really distracted with everything else happening. And B, because so many things are happening, you're reaffirming to yourself, oh yeah, this shit's happening. Maybe I don't see it right this moment, but obviously things are happening, so I don't have to worry about this. It's like a twofold thing. Nadine, thank you I'm glad you're here to watch. So thank you. Just as I meditated on having conversations with my ideal self and him together in the reality I want, it's hard to explain, but it does work. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Just affirm that you are the version of you that chooses healthy. I am the version of me that only chooses healthy people in my life. I only have healthy people come to me. I only encounter versions of people who have their shit together and who love themselves. I only encounter people who love themselves. Say that. Love you, Sharon. Thank you. Okay. Again, Tiff says, yes, they're the bracelet. I love that. What about your dream career, places you want to go travel, enjoy life? I agree. Exactly. All of it. You need to work on all of it at once. Tomorrow's video is going to talk about this. Okay. It's going to talk about the fact that, you need to be sprinkling your stuff everywhere and how to do all the other things, everything at once. Okay. My makeup is fabulous. Thank you. I appreciate you. Myra says, when I first saw my SP who was in a relationship many years ago, I told my friend I'm going to end up with him. Years later, we talked for 2 months, but I pushed him away my insecurities. What can I do? Just change the story. You already manifested him once. Like, what are you talking about? He loves you. You can't keep his eyes off you. You can't stop thinking about you. Every day he's wondering what you're doing and how you are. He always wants to hear your opinion. He loves what you have to say. He finds you to be the most beautiful person in the room, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Change the story. Which eyelashes do you use? These are Ardell's. I usually get Ardell's. Kind of fluffies, but not too. I used to wear huge big lashes and now I don't wear them as much. Not huge ones. Eve says, I love me some bracelets, girl. As long as your whole outfit looks good, put on all the bracelets you want. David says, thank you so much, Roxy. You're welcome, David. This helps a lot. He canceled because he said him and his crew are behind him working again. Got to manifest him chasing me this time. Yeah. Listen, I mean, like, who cares? Yeah, he's working. Nothing to be offended about. He's still got you top of mind. That's all that matters. Thank you, Nadine. You're very sweet. You guys are sweet. Thank you for being very nice to me. I appreciate that. Oh, my ears. These are from my recent trip to Disney for my birthday. There they are. Thank you. Does reaching out to an SP inhibit a manifestation? It can, only in the sense of like, if you, how do I word this? If you're trying to coerce, if you're trying to change the way that things are, I don't want to give away all this stuff for my videos this week. You guys are always so on point. How do I address this without, so it's you, I mean, if it doesn't make you feel lack, like the problem with reaching out to your SP when you're trying to manifest things is that a lot of the times you're not ready there. You're not ready to select the version of them that values you. So you're still choosing the version of them, or you're like somewhere in the middle between the version of them that values you and the version of them that doesn't value you. So if you are not choosing the right version when you contact them, basically, like if you're not in the right headspace, and you're doing it from a place of like, I want to hear from them, or like, it's not like a, hey bitch, train's leaving the station, are you on it? Kind of a, you know what I mean? Kind of like that confident knowing. It's like a, oh, I want to talk to them. Oh, I want to talk to me. If it's not coming from a place like that, then that's fine. But it's when you have this like these expectations and then you get hurt, they show up in a way that's not what you want, then you like just cancel everything out. So it's not that it doesn't inhibit it. It only inhibits your manifestation if it makes you feel like it's not going to work, or it makes you, or you react to them not responding in the way that you want them to. That's why I say avoid it. If you're not 100% okay with how they respond, good or bad, like I'm manifesting that they're going to respond to me in the most pleasant way. And I'm fine if they do. And I'm fine if they don't, because I know that if they don't, that's just me not being quite ready. So I'm not going to take offense to it. If you can approach it from that, then fine. But otherwise, if it's going to offend you, if they don't react the exact way you want them to, then don't, because you're just causing yourself more pain. The best case scenario song sounds like a Queen song. Thank you. No, just kidding. I do love Queen. I love you guys. Okay. Yes, Sharon, we are the prize. Absolutely. I had a friend tell me that. I don't know if she's in the group. She's in my Facebook group. Her name is Kristen Jean. She told me that years ago when I was 21. She's like, girl, you are the prize, not them. You're the prize. And I have never forgotten. And I tell everybody that always. And that was even before we knew anything about manifesting. Jade says, period, sis. Exactly. Okay. What is the best way to completely love yourself? Well, you know, it's a practice, and you have to start by just, it comes from a place of like understanding that harmful words and, you know, putting yourself down, abuse is just not productive. This world is a mirror. So me hurting myself or thinking like low of myself is literally not going to help me. It's only going to manifest more shit in my life. And so it's part of that part of like, okay, if I'm manifesting all of it and I get to choose the way the story goes, I can at least love myself enough to stop choosing a story that's like hurting me. Okay. And like, I deserve love. I deserve good treatment. I don't need to be hurt. We understand that nobody can give us that validation unless we kind of reflect it first. It has to come here first. So we start complimenting ourselves every single day. Like, tell yourself that you're beautiful or smart or amazing or a great friend or really creative or whatever. It doesn't have to be, you know, oh, you're so sexy, everybody wants you. Like, no, just like think about, so start with your list of keeps. Your list of keeps are, if you were trading out all your physical, your physical characteristics and your personality traits, there would be some that you'd keep, right? Like you wouldn't give all of them up. There'd be some that you're like, I'm not going to get rid of this thing. I like this thing. So that's where we start. Okay. Well, I have great eyes. Cool. Compliment your eyes 10 times every time you look in the mirror. Get used to giving yourself good feelings. Right now, if your self-esteem is low, if you're not loving yourself, I say you're putting in pennies, and I want you to start putting in like $1 million bills, like feeding yourself these good thoughts, these good emotions. Like, you look great today. You're doing really well. You are freaking powerful. Damn, you are doing all of this. Oh my God, I'm manifesting every single moment. Oh my God, I made that happen. Good or bad, it's exciting. Oh my God, even though I didn't necessarily want that to happen, I made it happen. That's freaking amazing. I am powerful. Holy shit. You need to start thinking about yourself like this and caring about the way you feel, because all of it combines to shape your outer world. And if at the end of the day, all you can do is love yourself enough so that you don't have to keep living in the shitty shit that you're manifesting for yourself, start there. Okay, maybe I don't know how to love myself, but I can say I don't want to experience any of this crap anymore. So I'm going to take a little bit of a step back. I'm going to stop being so reactive. Damn, I don't want to give away my stuff in my videos. Oh yeah, I know this is an analogy I've said before. And we're going to be less Pinocchio and more Geppetto, okay? When you take a step back and you realize like you're pulling all the strings and you can see what's going on, you don't have to be affected by the things that are happening to the puppet, because you're not the puppet, you're the puppet master. So giving yourself that respect of like, well, at the very end of the day, I'm doing all of this, so I should at least be feeding the thoughts of where I want to go. And that just kind of like snowballs, and it's just practice. And you just got to put yourself first and know that nothing is more, there could not be a single thing in your world more important than how you feel, because you are the operative power and everything flows out from within. Chiquita says, a quote I came across today: erase everything from the past that does not serve you and be grateful it brought you to the place to this place now and to a new beginning. Absolutely. Yeah, I say everything that's ever happened to you, everything that's ever manifested, anything that's ever popped into your reality, thank you. Thank you so much for either giving me what I want or showing me a mirror of like what was going on within me that maybe I didn't really like. Maybe I had some insecurities. Maybe I had something rattling around in there that I wasn't really aware of. Thank you for showing it to me. And that's it. Okay, Miss Hill says, when I asked about manifest a specific person versus somebody else, I was meaning how dating coaches tell people to move on and don't go back. Or if it didn't work out, it wasn't meant. What do you think of that type of thinking? I think that if you're not thinking the most leading edge way and non-limiting way about earth and people and in communications, then you might as well not just throw it all away, because dating coaches, this is kind of like what I was talking about earlier, how I started out thinking I was going to do being a music coach. But at the end of the day, I need to come here and get to the very base root of all of it, okay? Because at the end of the day, I can help you manifest your career. I can help you manifest your person. But what we really are doing here is filling. They teach you how to respond to the 3D world. They teach you how to manipulate physical matter that has already become what it's going to become. It's not in potentiality anymore. It's not fixable, okay? It's like static. I had a client say this to me, and it really kind of opened my eyes. She said, I used to think of everybody as fixed and that they couldn't change and they were immovable. And I said, you know what? That's actually a great way to look at it, because that keeps you in the mind frame of this version of this person that I've already manifested does not value me or whatever. I cannot change this. Damn it, you guys always I know I keep saying this, but the videos this week are coming out. I'm going to go way more in depth about it. But you want to be choosing a new version of them, okay? Not trying to manipulate the version of them that's already here by changing their thoughts and then what they think about. Think of it as, no, I'm selecting a version of them that values me. So it's okay to go back if you know that I have to choose a new version of them and I need to be a whole and complete in order to do that. Renee says, when you say make them understand you're number one person, not side chick, do I tell him that or change my thoughts and energy to reflect in him? I feel it with everything I meant to be. Okay. So Friday's video is going to go more into depth with this 100%. There's 10 to 15 minutes of me talking specifically about this thing. But yeah, you be honest with you. And if the subject arises with him, yes, be honest. Like, listen, I appreciate that you want to come see me at 2 a.m., but that's no longer my hours of operation. You can see me in daylight hours. You can take me on a date. You're not coming over for 20 minutes at 2 a.m. Sorry, period. Whatever it is, that's just an example. It's an easy way to explain it. But yes, tell them if it comes up, be honest with them and be honest with yourself. Or no contact until the version of them shows up the way you want them to. Yasmin says, I've been running into my SP more, hearing about him dreaming a couple times, etc. Are these signs? Funny thing is, I don't nearly care about having him nearly as much as in the beginning. Yeah, I would say instead of questioning whether or not these are signs, use them as a chance to reaffirm that that it's working. Oh my God, it's working. We're coming together. I love him. He loves me. This is working out so well. I'm so powerful. Yay. Period. Okay. I love that I'm getting to these comments way after I talked about this. Crypto Cat says, gotta have that guacamole. Damn right, girl. And I had it. I ate all of it. It was delicious. Kayla says, I guess the best way to liberate is, I've heard a couple of LOA gurus on YouTube say, don't manifest from the ego. Oh, this is that question from earlier. Okay, which is coming from a place of cockiness while a belief is coming from certainty. Yes. I think that's kind of like splitting hairs, because if your cockiness is confidence in knowing that what you want is coming to you, it's kind of the same thing as certainty, right? This is what I was saying earlier about people that are like narcissists, that when you're like, do they get what they want? No. Or do they get what they deserve? No, they don't, because they don't think they deserve it. They think that they deserve everything in the world to work out exactly the way they want it to, and that's how they expect it, and that's why they don't get what's coming to them, okay? Actually, they do get what's coming to them, which is usually a bunch of great stuff, because that's what they think they deserve. It's all here, okay? There's nobody out there judging whether or not you're good enough or bad enough or worthy of something. It's in here, all of it. Sharon says, so weird. Everyone always says that to me, to be me all the time. I am so funny and they love me freely, honestly. Yes, I do meditation every morning. Rockstar on YouTube, hundreds on it for anyone. Oh, Roxanne too. Okay. Thank you, Sharon. Eve says, my opinion on that is we cannot bring back anyone. Oh God, no, damn it. Ugh, I don't want to talk about death, guys. I really don't. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm just going to skip through all this stuff. I appreciate the love, guys. Okay, sorry. Back to this pregnant thing. For 5 days straight, I've been thinking that SP got someone pregnant. I wasn't going to say this sentence, but I'm going to say it. You're literally like squirting the juice into her uterus right now, okay? Like, why would you spend 5 days getting your SP's third party pregnant? Like, hell, don't do that. What affirmations can I use to combat this? As much as I turn the negative thought into a positive one, I don't believe it. Okay. Watch my video this week about erasing out a third party or erasing out things that you don't want, and stop talking about it. Like, seriously, stop. Like, the fact that you're commenting on here means that it's in your mind. Like, you need to, like, they only have eyes for me. They only have eyes for me. They only have eyes for me. It's all good. 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 You have to soothe yourself mentally. You cannot let your thoughts join the feeling party. Okay. Like, no, change this up here and stay there. You can't be, oh man, like you visualizing for 5 days about them getting pregnant. I'm surprised they're not pregnant already. Honestly, like, stop doing that now. Stop it. Is looking up third-party videos and meditations giving it power? Yes. Because you're just affirming that it's there. I mean, like, again, guys, you're the glue keeping them together. You are literally preventing them from breaking up by every time you bring it up. Every time you think about it, glue, 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 glue. Like, am I keeping my person with a third party? Am I doing this right now? Am I keeping them together? Yes. So stop it. Like, they only have eyes for you. And this is you have to change the fairy tale that you're living in until it shows up in your world. You have to stay there mentally. Leanne says the best. Oh God, damn it. I don't want to read these. I'm so sorry. I don't want to talk about this stuff. I'm sorry, guys. We can't. I don't want to talk about that anymore. I'm not going to do that. Sorry. I love you guys. I really do, but no. Sharon says, I intended to see flowers. At work, a guy appeared with a girlfriend, had flowers in her hand. Yep. Intended. My brother pull up his pants in my head 2 minutes later. He did. I wish I knew this months ago. I've been doing that a lot lately too with my husband. I'll just like think of like, oh, I want that to be whatever. And if I don't like stress about it or like, you know, like, okay, so yesterday I was in the shower and my husband was playing some video on YouTube about something I didn't care about. And I was like, man, I really wish it was something on there that, you know, because I record videos on Sundays. So I was like, I wish this was something that was going to feed my ideas about, you know, what I'm doing and kind of get me in the mind space of thinking about this. 10, 15, 20 seconds later, he changed it to like a quantum physics video. I was like, yes. And that kind of stuff keeps happening. Like, we were laying on the couch watching a movie and there was like a water bottle in front of like where my eyes were. And so it was like in the way of the thing. And I just was like lazy and I didn't want to move. I was like, man, I wish that water bottle wasn't right there. And then like a minute later, my husband just sits up and like moves it. I was like, oh my God, I like this. It's working. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of just like, I want this. And then just not doing anything about it and just seeing what happens. Try that. Liz, yay, you're here. You made it. Al says, just sang the best case scenario song all the way home from work. She says, what the fuck is working out? Best case scenario? I love it. Thank you. You guys are funny. Eve has post notes in your bathroom wall. Yes, they help. They really do help. Michelle says, how did it finally click for you that everyone is you pushed out? My whole law of attraction experience and story started by me manifesting a person that didn't know I existed. So I just knew, like, once I was in, like, how do I say this? Like, shown the idea, once I was like brought into the fold of this is a thing, it was through me bringing someone else to me. So I knew from that moment forward, I was like, if I can, and I didn't understand free will at the time. So I thought, if I can bring a person to me who has their own free will and thoughts, I can have literally freaking anything. And so that incident kind of just opened everything up for me because I just had already experienced it. So I just knew that I knew, at least I had a starting point of like, at the end of the day, I made somebody who lived 1,000 miles away from me that had never known I existed show up and be face to face with me in the exact way that I played in my mind before I even knew about law of attraction. So I just always knew that there was something there. I knew that I could do it because I'd already done it. So, and then just the more I practiced and learned and studied, it just becomes apparent. And just like I was just saying about my husband, like doing the things that I would like this to happen. And then he just does it, without even me saying anything. Practice saying that you want something and then just like, universe, I want this. And then letting it come to you and see what happens. Okay. Sharon says, is it bad to think he's really so wonderful? We have never had a fight or very little negativity in our 5.5 years. What is bad about that? No, I don't think that's bad. How do I get rid of being scared to change my hair color or get a tattoo in case my SP doesn't? Who cares what they want? Your SP is going to love whatever it is that you love. Your SP is going to love you the way that you love you, okay? So instead of what do they want, they don't want anything, okay? They are nothing until you decide they are. So you get a tattoo that you love, and you say in your mind, they're like, wow, your hair looks fucking amazing. I thought you were beautiful before. Holy crap, I didn't even think you could be even more beautiful. I love you with that hair color, okay? That tattoo, whoa, that's beautiful. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. That's so cool. Now I kind of want one. And that's it. That's the scene you play. Just play that over and over and over. Anytime the subject comes up when you're thinking about changing your hair, instead of feeling the fear, now I want you to redirect that thought from, should I get my hair done? So right now what's happening is you've got, should I get my hair done? And then you're immediately going to fear, okay? You're like hardwired, so you're going to keep making that mental jump. The more you do it, the more like ingrained in you it gets. So it's now from every time you think about, I want to change my hair or I want to get a tattoo, now we're going to be playing the scene of your SP being like, oh my God, who is this beautiful person? I thought I knew who you were, but damn, like that's it. That's all you got to do. And just stay there. Do not fear again for a second that they won't like it, because why would you create that? You're creating all of it. So don't create that reality for yourself. Okay, love you guys, love you. Everybody's saying thank you. Slemmy Shaha says, our intention's a good way to manifest. Yeah, absolutely. I intend, listen, every thought is an affirmation. So think about it like that. I intend for this to happen. Yep. Like I said earlier, I wish that water, it's the same thing. I intended for that water bottle to be out of my way so I could see my TV clear. And it was gone in like a minute, and if you just say something that you want and you offer zero resistance or contradictory thoughts, then it just comes to you. Sean Sherpa says, been treating the owners of the restaurant I work at like a drunk friend when they're trying to ride me / reprimand me. Has been totally working. Yes! Okay, I love it. Thank you. Now I just got to get doing this with my SP. See, you're getting practice. So this is a great example, Sean. I'm glad you brought this up, because this is what I'm talking about sprinkling it all over your life, okay? So now you have practice putting in thoughts for people, or at least choosing versions of your owners or your bosses that value you and respect you, okay? So now you can kind of see how that would work for an SP. Now you kind of have some like evidence to say, okay, this worked for them. My person's not any different. Everybody's a blob of energy. So now you're thinking this, and we're only entertaining ideas that you're thinking this thought and nothing else. Sharon says, I have belief that I honestly love everyone and everyone loves me. Yep, me too. I have the same thing. And it happens every minute of the day. Honestly, all I meet is amazing people. It's so amazing trying people works. Yeah, I do. I say that all the time. You know that song, the Divine song, I Touch Myself? The opening line is, I love myself, I want you to love me. But I sing it, I love myself and I love everybody, because I'm a musician, so I sing. So I'll just like sing, I love myself and I love everybody. Yeah, same thing. Same thing, yes. Loving yourself and loving everybody is a great place to be. Nancy says, I need to get off that victim and needy mentality. Where do I start? Okay. First of all, not to push coaching, but sometimes things like this are really good for coaching, because if you've got victim mentality, it's deep. It's usually deep seated within you, and it's going to be something from your childhood or from past relationships or something, your expectations of how people are going to show up to you. And so it takes knowing kind of where these things lie, where these ideas started from, like where was it that made you feel like people don't show up for you, or that people let you down, or that you're not good enough, or that They're scarce, whatever those feelings are where they manifested. You want to kind of like find them, not dig a bunch, just like know where they're at so that we can start deploying new ideas. Everybody loves you and respects you. They always put you first. They treat you first. They are so reliable. Everybody in your life always shows up for you exactly the way you need them to. Things like this. You change the way your story goes. You change all of it. And you have to start, again, giving yourself what you need from the world. Acceptance, love, honesty, patience, attention, whatever. It's got to come from here first. And then the rest of the world can reflect it back to you. And as you do it, as you make yourself a priority, it gets easier and you make leaps and bounds. So a lot of people are operating from the standpoint of like I'm going to start loving myself, but I'm always going to be this version of me, like trying to fill in holes. But what really happens is once you start loving yourself, and when you do that, you're inserting new bottom rungs and your standards start rising and rising and rising. As you do that, things get easier. You're a different version of you, and you no longer resonate with these things that hurt you. So I say give things 30 days because it's, 30 days of suspending the disbelief, suspend the logic, suspend the criticism of yourself for 30 days. If you if you started today and took your 30 days and didn't suspend logic, didn't suspend the criticism, didn't suspend the disbelief, and just kept operating the same way you are now in 30 days, this 30 days is like, you're like here, okay? Like here, we'll give this is your 30 days if you don't start changing the way you think. If you start here at today and you start, again, you suspend the disbelief, suspend the logic, suspend the self-criticism, your 30 days is like all the way over here. You're like way past where you could have ever fathomed you'd be because you're not that you anymore. This version of you can only get thoughts that they're putting out, and they're not putting out the most productive thoughts. But because we've been working for 30 days on suspending disbelief, logic, and self-criticism, now we're so far beyond that. We're such a different version of ourselves that we're getting way different downloads and thoughts and ideas, and things are coming to us in different ways that you can't even fathom yet because you're not this version yet. You're not offering the right thoughts in order to receive the transmissions back from the universe. So keep in mind that you're like growing from this is going to take you leaps and bounds ahead of where you can even fathom right now, because you're going to go way past a 30-day mark of the same mentality if you change it, if that makes sense. I don't know how to verbalize that the most perfect way, but I think that made sense. I hope it did. How do you not care what other people think about you? They don't think about you. Period. They think about you what you think about you. So that's how you care. You care what you think about you because that's what matters. I'm amazing. I am number one. I am strong and powerful. People love me. People respect me in my time. They think I have great things to say. They find me enthralling. They hang off my every word. Everybody is drawn to me. They see me walk in the room and they just want to know what I have to say. Whatever, blah, 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 blah. This is how we describe it. So other people are not thinking anything except what you allow them to think. So only allow them to think amazing things about yourself. And that starts with thinking amazing things about yourself. And she says, how do you feel about tarot readings while manifesting SP? Same thing. I already answered this question, but I'll do it again. And she says, how does tarot work exactly? They are reading your current energy. So whatever you're putting out right now, that's the trajectory you're on. That's what they're going to read. So I say, if you want to go to tarot or a psychic for clarity, because you don't understand what you're offering, you don't even know where your brain's at. You don't know what's going on with you. You're confused. I've been there. Definitely worth it in those moments. But if you're using it to tell you how to live your life, or to tell you if your person's thinking about you, or to tell you anything about them, don't do it. It's not worth it, because you're putting your power outside of yourself, and that's not where it is. It's not there. It's all within you. So use tarot and psychic and stuff if you need the clarity, because you can't even figure out what emotions you're feeling or what you're thinking. It's great. But other than that, I would say avoid it. Not that I don't love my psychics and tarot readers. I read tarot myself, but I even had to stop reading for myself because I was giving myself daily readings, and I was like, I need to stop. I was relying on what the cards told me to tell me how my day was going to go. I'm like, I say how my day is going to go. Nobody tells me that. It's all me. So I don't want to put the power outside of myself. That's the answer. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, thank God. I went too far. That's good. Okay. I was like, Jesus, there's a lot of questions here. Oh wait, okay, I went too far. I can't stop looking at their social media and keep and girls keeps liking girls. Stop looking at it. Okay. You need to start obsessing about yourself. You need to put your focus on other things in your life besides your SP. Your SP is nothing. Your SP is your bracelet again. Quit worrying about your bracelet when your outfit looks like shit. Fix the rest of your outfit, fix all of it, and then you can deal with your bracelet because it's such an afterthought, guys. I know that in the beginning of this thing, I talked about how, I'm going to read this quote again, guys. Social validation increases the levels of dopamine and serotonin in our bodies, and it helps us let go of emotional fixations and become more self-aware. The problem is acceptance is a mirror, okay? It has to start here first because a mirror can't reflect you what you don't put in front, or what, anything but what you put in front of it. So if you're not putting in front of it somebody that's either at least working on becoming a better version of themselves, working on putting themselves first, working on caring how they feel over someone else's feelings, then you start heading down this road, okay? But you're putting your SP first, and that's just, it's like I care more about what my coffee needs than what I need. It's the same thing. This coffee doesn't need shit except for me to drink it, and I'm gonna. Now I need a new one. That's all that, it's me that's important, not the coffee or your SP. Okay. It's you. Okay. This is a funny question because I've talked about this a couple times. How do you feel about sports? Fucking hate them. Actually, no, I don't hate them. I just don't care. Do the best teams win or the ones that just believe? I can't even, let me think about this question. Well, think about this. When you're on a team, I don't know. This is hard to say because there's a team. In theory, you have a lot of people whose ideas are going out at once, but also on the other hand, everyone is us pushed out. So do they even exist? Are they in their own reality? Are they all manifesting a different game? I don't know. I really don't know. So I think at the end of the day, this is an interesting question. I don't know. It's a reflection of you. So how does it make you feel? I would look into that and ask yourself, what do you get out of the sports thing? What do you get out of those feelings, that rush of emotion and all that stuff? And that's where I would start digging with that, because I can't really answer that question. Should I revise all of the years of history of my SP not treating me up to my standards, or just declare that things are different now and go from there? I say do both. Honestly, I think personally, it's best to attack all of this on every front. This is what I mean by 360. We're putting it everywhere. All of our thoughts, our intentions, our visualizations, everything is going towards what we want and nothing else. Okay. So declare that they're together, and then, or I'm sorry, that it's just you guys, and everything is perfect for you, and everything's working out. And also go back and revise those things, because declaring that everything's working out and revising is just going to change the way that you perceive your SP and the version of them that you continue to choose. So yeah, do it all. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I'm just reading some funny comments here. Yeah, definitely don't get the third party pregnant. LO, I manifested that with my thoughts, and now I'm manifesting him back to me. Yeah. Okay. Sharon, you're so sweet. Thank you for the compliment. What is the quickest way with an SP using LOA? I've had people that take the manifesting a specific workshop, or manifesting a specific person workshop, and had their person texting in that night. And I actually had another client who we were talking about, she had an SP, and then she had another person that was not as important, but was kind of in the mix. That person texted her while we were still in the workshop. So it's about your level of resistance. Okay. Just like I was saying earlier, how when I did the things with my husband, I want that water bottle out of the way, and he moved it in a minute. And because I was I want that water bottle to move, but I didn't try to move it. I didn't even consider how it would get moved or care. I just was it'd be really nice if that wasn't in my way anymore, if I could just see the TV. And then it just happened. So, the level of resistance you offer is pretty much direct correlation to how long something takes to manifest. Let's see. Is it common for circumstances to occur even if you're manifesting properly? Yeah, it is, because, first of all, if it's not happening right away, it's because you're offering differing signals, most likely. And what was the question? Yeah. So, your past stuff may still manifest because it's still lingering on that. It's still like sent off to the universe kind of a thing. So this is why it's the right space mentally, and we stay there because even when the old stuff manifests, it just doesn't have to affect us because it's like old news. Cool. Yeah, I knew I was there a while ago, but I'm not there anymore. So whatever, I don't have to, it doesn't bother me against like the basketball bouncing in front of you. It literally has no effect on your life in any way. So that's just how you treat it. Like, oh, interesting. Next. What else? What else am I paying attention to? You know? Okay, someone's got best case scenario in their head. Glad to hear that. Annie Hoffman. My boyfriend broke up with me today, trying to ignore the 3D. Okay, let's give you some love, girl. We love you. You are number one. You are great. You are the gem. You are the most important thing. I want you to start looking at what it was that manifested your breakup. What exactly happened? Because that's going to give you a direct answer in correlation to what you were feeling to manifest the breakup, and then start, filling yourself in with those things that you need from your person. Crystal Star says, how do you stop worrying about time, especially if it's been a long time since contact with SP? So again, make sure that your vibration with your SP is cleaned up, because if it's taking a while, you probably have some lingering beliefs and things that are in there that are just like I said, the dust in the corners you don't realize are happening. Maybe it's in your self-talk. Maybe it's in your talk, the way you're actually speaking about this person. The fact that you're noticing the time is evident of that. Clean that up. Make sure that they're coming. It's not even, I don't even need to worry about it. It's all fine. We're obviously perfect for each other. We're both working on ourselves right now, and we're just coming together in the most harmonious way. While you're doing that mentally, you're also, again, sprinkling your manifestation all over your life. What else in your world is not working out? Because I guarantee you guys, if you're having problems with your SP, this issue is manifesting in other places in your life. I don't have a single client that only has one problem. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but what I mean is or how do I say this? I don't have any clients that only have one thing to manifest, okay? They think that they do, but as we start digging, we realize, oh yeah, this is affecting me in my job. This is affecting me with my family. This is affecting me with my self-esteem. This is affecting me with my roommate, whatever. It is other areas of your life. So start paying attention to what's manifesting and start being very diligent about the thoughts that you're holding, making sure that you know what you want so you can recognize when you're there and when you're not. And then you reaffirm, yes, I'm here, or yes, I'm going there, and it's all working out and it's great. And you keep that momentum going forward. And then, yeah, as you're working on other things and manifesting other things in the middle, you're not focusing on what's missing with SP so much, because everything else is happening, and you're reaffirming that things are coming constantly, so you worry about it less. Nancy says, yes, childhood trauma is the reason I have victim mentality. Exactly. I've been working on self-love, but I find it hard to believe that I love myself. Thank you for answering my question. Yeah. I will start my 30 days today. Hopefully you can make guided meditation videos. Yeah, we'll see, girl. Hopefully I get another 5 hours of every day to do that. Okay. Not that I don't want to, but between YouTube and coaching, I have zero time. Not kidding. Like between editing my videos, putting them online, and taking my coaching clients up till like 4 or 5 in the morning otherwise. So I'm working on getting my stuff situated. I know that's a limiting belief. I'm getting there, guys. My schedule is working out perfectly. Everything works out. I have plenty of time to do everything. So yeah, I'm getting there. Otherwise, look at Jake Juicy. I love Jake Juicy. He always has such a positive message about loving yourself. It makes me feel really, really good. I listen to him pretty much almost every night before I go to bed. So check out Jake Juicy. Okay. Adriana, I don't even have any questions. Just wanted to thank you for sharing all your knowledge. Thank you, babe. I love you. Glad you're here. All right. Thank you, guys. All these people are so nice. Thank you. Everyone's saying thanks. Appreciate you being here. I just want to use tarot for clarity. Yes, to change how I'm manifesting. Okay, yeah, use it for clarity, but don't use it as like, I need this to know how to live my life kind of a thing, because that's not, you're doing it all, okay? Do I have a Facebook group? I do. It's called Black Moon Society, and the link for it is in the description below. Please join. Al just answered that question. Yes, Al, thank you. Okay. Oh, yay, I'm glad you guys all like the group. Everyone's really supportive. You can talk about manifesting and get ideas from other people, get success stories and advice and all kinds of stuff. I am big into sports, and I manifested my child's baseball team winning a state championship, coming back from a 9-0 deficit to win 15-10. I knew it. I believed it. I rallied it. I loved it. Okay, I'm glad you said this, because we kind of talked about that sports thing earlier. If you're perceiving the game, just like what you said, if you're perceiving the game, then it's kind of like a reflection of you. So yeah, it's not like the players. I don't know. It's like weird. It's a weird gray area for me, the way that our realities intersect. I'm still kind of figuring all that out. But yeah, at the very end of the day, if you're wondering about sports, figure out what it is that you get out of it and what it is that's like what are you really questioning here? Think about that. Thank you, Roxy. This was life-changing, this chat today. Yes, perfect. I loved it. Love to everyone. Best versions of us and those around us now. You got it. Close the chat. Just kidding. Selena says, sorry if you've answered this already. I was putting my daughter to bed, but what is the best way to do revision and how often? So I'm going to do a video on erasing a third party or erasing whatever things happen in your life that you don't want. That's going to come out. I think that's Wednesday or Thursday. So check back for that. I also have a video about revision. So it just kind of talks about like, what it is and stuff. But I would say I would do first things first. You're going to want to do revision. Like, if you follow Neville Goddard, he says to do it like at night as you're falling asleep or during that, the state akin to sleep. If you put yourself into meditation, which absolutely you can do. I would say anytime the subject is broached, you want to be playing the version of it that you want. And I say it's for whatever you want. Like maybe take, as you're going to sleep, replaying it the way you want it to go. And whenever it pops up during the day, you're playing the new version of it. And you just want to make sure that you're not going back to the old vibration because you don't want to settle back into that version of you again. Eve says, I did the same thing last Monday night. I wrote down in my gratitude journal and they won. Oh yeah, the sports thing. Okay. Cool. We're answering each other's questions. That's great. Evelyn says, have you ever manifested something using the 2-cup method? I have not. I could do more methods or techniques or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's my decision of something I want happening that all the 2-cup method is doing is convincing you that it worked. You know what I mean? It's like you being like, okay, well, I put it into 2 cups. Now it's got to happen. But it's the now it's got to happen that's manifesting, not the cups. Okay. If you ignore the reality, let's see what if you ignore the current reality and stop looking at his social media, what if nothing changes? What do you do then? Well, you're not changing. So you need to keep constantly revising and paying attention. Like you are taking data. Things that happen in your life is data. Okay. Anything that happens, good or bad in your reality. Yes, that worked for me. Cool. I'm going to keep this mind frame going. That I didn't really like so much. Let me tweak the feelings and thoughts that were going into that might have manifested that. And then we keep going. We revise, we tweak the knobs. We just make sure that we're chiseling away at the path that we want. So listen, sorry, I know I thought about the pregnancy thing too long. Is it still possible to undo it? Manifest that she was never pregnant or that he was never sleeping with anyone to begin with. Do all of it. Like I said with the last thing about the past revision. Erase, like if you're visualizing texts from him, erase them that they said that she's pregnant and they say, hi, I love you, just thinking about you. Have a great day. Okay. Take it out of every place that it is in your mind. Again, I have a video about this coming out on, I think, Thursday. So stay tuned to that. And yes, do all of the things. Evelyn says I need to collab with Amanda. I will. I'm open to it. I don't know her personally. So, yeah, I would. I don't know her. So I don't know how to, I don't really know how to contact her. Okay. Roxy, after manifesting your SP back into your life, did you ever worry about about maintaining your manifesting confidence? I didn't know about manifesting then. So it wasn't about maintaining my manifesting confidence, but it was kind of like once my husband came back and he like showed up the way I wanted him to, it was more like, yeah, like just like I have that approach with everything. Yeah, of course. And like, of course it's me. Of course you want me. I'm the #1 ticket in town. You have to think like this about everything. Okay. And it's not mean. It's not like, I don't know how, it's just like, every person has their own chance to be the star of their show. And if you're not taking it, that's your bad, not anybody else's. It's not them doing it to you. It's you doing it to you. Okay. So when my husband came back and he showed up exactly the way I wanted it to, it was like, absolutely you are. Period. I didn't go back to worrying about what would I worry about? Why would I worry he would leave me? I'm the star of the show. Where's he going to go? That's how you got to think about it. Jake's wife has a channel as well. Yeah, Ashley. I haven't watched hers too much yet, but I just like Jake. I like his energy. I like the stuff he says. He's so cute with his little affirmations. He makes me happy. Okay. Amy says, OMG, I was getting in my car when you responded to me about my boyfriend breaking up with me, so I missed your response. Go. I don't remember what I said. Good thing this is recorded and on the internet forever, so you can go back. Okay, Miss Sparkle says, I just want to thank you for all your videos. I was losing a lot of hope and discovered love attraction. You have erased so much anxiety out of my life. I will believe and let go. So happy to hear that. Glad to hear that, Miss Sparkles. I appreciate you being here. Happy to help. Selena says, thank you and good night from London. Love you, babe. Love the live Monday nights worth staying up for. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, so we have reached the end of the questions. This is last call for questions. I'm going to take this opportunity to remind you that you can sign up for one-on-one coaching and we just can discuss your specific issue, your specific limiting beliefs, doubts, insecurities, etc., that are standing in the way between you and what you want. And we will get you on a new plan of manifesting exactly what you need in your life. So you can sign up for one-on-one coaching below. And yeah, last call for questions. Last call for questions. Thanks, Jordan. Evelyn says, something that raises my self-esteem is Lizzo's lyric, I just took a DNA test. Turns out I'm 100% that bitch. Very true. Whatever gets you there, whatever, like, what is the other one? There's a song I've been singing. Oh, yeah. I don't even know who sings it. It's like one of those like electronic-y songs. And he's like, I'm gonna be an optimist about this. I sing it like that all. I'm gonna be an optimist about this. Whatever, just, yeah, it just reminds me, like, yeah, I'm gonna be an optimist about this. Anyways, yeah, I love song. I manifest with song lyrics a lot too, also, and not just writing my own, but also ones that, like, so Malachi, I don't know if he's still here, but Malachi is one of my best friends. He's like a brother to me. He's also my music producer, and we have a song. We used to be in like a hip hop group back in like the early mid 2000s, and we had a song called "Nice Guys." And I always take, whenever I'm late, because I'm the most punctual person in the world. Whenever I'm running late, I sing Nice Guys, but I sing it on time. On time. Anyways, yeah, I'm not going to sing for you guys because it's awkward. But yeah, so anyways, you can turn any lyric into a manifestation. And it helps because it just like repeats and it's repetitive and it gets in there. Janessa, I think I answered your question, babe. Oh, there's more. Oh my God, I wasn't scrolling on Facebook. Sorry, guys. Does our subconscious belief influence how long it takes for our... Oh, okay, we did that. Sorry, I didn't get you. Guys, I thought I scrolled on Facebook and realized oh my God, there's so many questions I didn't see. Holy shit. Sorry. I'm sorry, Facebook. Oh, I'm sorry, Facebook. Okay. Just join. Sorry if you already answered. In one of your videos, you said something like, if I'll let this version be in my reality, any other version, sorry, not for me. And you just select a new version of someone if they aren't how you act. I was just wondering how exactly we select a new version. You just declare it. Is it done by imagining or mental diet, or we can use scripting? All of the above. Is there a specific technique that's easiest to select a new version? Thanks. No, it's not. Again, techniques are technique schmechnique. A technique is only convincing you that it's working. That's all it does, is like making you practice the idea of what you want. So when you are selecting a version of someone else, you just decide, like, okay, if someone shows up the way you don't like it, you're like, actually, you're like this. This is what it's like. I only have people in my life that treat me like this. Therefore, I only accept that. You become a version of you that doesn't accept other people acting a certain way. Again, you're installing I call it a new bottom rung. You're installing a new bottom rung every time you make these declarations of like, I will only stand for this or above. And just because you decide, I will not allow anybody to come into my life that doesn't put me first, now that sends out the message to the universe that that is what you're choosing. And again, if they show up as the old version of them, you just redeclare. That's funny that he said that, because actually he loves me and respects me and I'm the only one who cares about. You keep declaring and you keep declaring and you keep declaring. You're an only child too. Kind of. When I was younger, I was an only child. My cousins were my siblings. We were together all the time. And then I had a sister when I was 9 years old. So we're like a lot of years apart. So yeah, kind of older sister, also kind of middle child and only child all at the same time. Okay, Janessa says, my SP did the same. And I always thought my energy said I'm most important. So I'm not sure how I manifested him going to her or not wanting her to know I even exist, and it pisses me off. I can't see the rest of this. I know where the fuck did this go? Piss me off. I know my issue is rewriting the story, and I should be putting all of this in past tense because it's done. So this is now my brain is doing flip-flops. Well, yeah, you're offering different, I always find it funny when you guys answer your own question in your question. Like, your brain's doing flip-flops, you're offering different signals. Of course you're getting hot and cold behavior. You're not honoring yourself 100% of the time. You're allowing other things to come into play. And so they're reflecting those down moments, okay? Your lighter story basically happened to me with photo frames I had been wanting to find, but I had no intent to start searching because I had no idea where I put them. So I kind of was just like, whatever. Then they seemed to appear magically in my garage the next day. Exactly. That's how it works. Because what happened was you became a version of you that like knew where they were, or you became a version of you that like had set them somewhere easy to find. You stepped into a different reality. You went from questioning where they at, which is a completely different reality, to I'm going to find them. I don't care. They're there. I know they're there. Different energy. Okay. And then that version of you that knew where they were. I have a question. Sometimes we just intuitively know. And when we know, we manifest. Why is it that when we want other things, we know we want that thing, but we are not in the knowing? You keep answering your own questions, girl. We get anxiety on the subject. I can't read the thing. And I don't get where that comes from. Is our body trying to stop us from wanting that thing? No, not at all. We create everything. So how do we go from this beautiful knowing on some topics to high anxiety and attachment on others? Because, girl, you've asked like 3 questions that have the answer in the question. Like, you really do. Like, you already know your answer. Your high anxiety and attachment to outcomes on certain subjects are going to prevent you from manifesting on those subjects until you deal with your underlying beliefs and anxieties and insecurities about them, surrounding them, and replace them with new thoughts and ideas. Holy shit. I didn't mean to neglect the Facebook so much. I didn't realize it wasn't like scrolling. Thanks, Sylvia. Glad you're here. How do I deal with my SP while I'm waiting for the bridge of awareness to change him into the version I want? You do it, like I said, with the drunk friend, where when you talk about, watch my video about negative people. It's going to be the same idea. You're going to have to placate. You're going to have to, just like someone said here, you pretend that they're your drunk friend. They say whatever they say, and you're just like, okay, silly, crazy person, whatever you have to say. In your mind, you stay in where you want, and whatever they do, fine. It just can't affect you. It just kind of is, and you're like, whatever, okay, fine. I know I'm creating anyways, so I'm going to keep creating what I want until it shows up. So I'm not going to just stop because something else happened. Like, so what? Like, okay, if you were on a road trip and you got a flat tire, what do? Do you stop and give up and just die on the side of the road? Or do you change the tire and keep fucking moving? You know what I'm saying? Like don't stop just because something happened. Keep going. Use it as a chance to redirect. Oh my goodness. Okay. Solo, I love you, but I'm not going to continue reading questions about your limitations and your circumstances that you're creating over and over and over, because we're just giving them energy and it's not productive. Stop talking about this pregnancy thing. Seriously. Like, I don't know why we're still talking about it. No offense, but seriously, stop. What do you do if you initially responded to your 3D to your SP saying there's someone else? Do you act as if it never happened at all? Yeah. Past has nothing to do with current and future. Never. Because each single reality, each single moment is its own reality or parallel universe. Therefore, in every single moment, you can step into a reality where you never had a fight. You can step into a reality where you never said anything embarrassing or whatever. And so, go there in your mind and stay there. You have to believe that it's going to happen for you, and it's going to eventually get there, okay? And you can't offer wavering signals, or you're going to get back and forth behavior. Oh, Bastille. Yeah, that's Pompeii by Bastille. Yeah, that song. Okay. Man, guys, let's stop talking about your third parties being pregnant. Oh my God, what are you guys doing? Stop giving, this is getting me fired up, because not only are you guys recreating over and over the situation, you guys are sitting here co-signing each other, giving it energy. And this is a baby, a child in your world, okay? And whether or not they're energy or not, you're still creating it. So let's stop talking about this seriously. Like, when I say don't talk about it, I mean that. Stop talking about this, guys. You're making it happen. And I'm not gonna continue to add to that energy anymore, okay? Because it's not productive for anybody involved. Okay. Oh, guys, seriously, no more. What do you think about vision/dream boards versus scripting? Also, I'm curious about the sticky notes on your wall. Are they things you want to manifest or already manifested? Okay. Yeah, sticky notes these are like 90% manifested already. So yes, that shit works. This is almost, actually, it's so crazy that you say that, because this is almost like a scripted dream board. Okay. Because like all of my little like things that I wrote down are like little affirmations or little scripting, things that I wanted to experience in my life, things that I was trying to saturate my mind with. But it's also a vision board, because I would sit here at my desk hating my life, trying not to hate my life, reading these things, putting these things on my wall. So great question of encompassing everything. I say all of the above. Do all of the things that help you get there. Do all of it. Attack it on every front. Attack it from every angle. We visualize, we script, we affirm, we revise, we use mental diet, we flip our thoughts. We put these things in on when we're on autopilot. We do all of it. Not just one, not just here, not just SP, all of it everywhere. Okay? 360. This is what I'm talking about. Al says, I said the intention for Roxy to get an invite from Jake Ducey to do a collab. That's happening. But I want to meet him in real life. And on the manifesting, and all the manifesting world said amen. Yay, I love it. Yes, I absolutely. Yeah, me and Jake Juice, I definitely will be doing a collab with him. And I know I'm going to meet him in person. I just have, well, of course, I'm manifesting it, but I just feel like this is a person-to-person meeting for sure. And like we could do cute little double date things. Okay, anyways. Nick says, I'm the most beautiful and awesome human being. Thank you. You are beautiful and amazing human being. I manifested you in my internet life. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thanks to you. Now I know. I just know. Thank you. And thank you. Thank you. And thank me. Yes. 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 Thank you. And thank me. Thank me. I'm actually writing a book. I don't want to give you guys any clue about what my book I'm writing until it's done, because, it's the internet. But yeah, it's all about you. Let's just put it that way. You guys will know. If you're on this thing and when my book comes out, you're going to be like, oh, now I get what she talked about for 12 seconds and didn't elaborate on. Okay. J Pine says, is it better to live in the end and act as if, or be with the person by doing things you would do with them, like write down letters, etc., or is it better to let them go and live in the present with a knowing? I think it's all of the above. Just like I said, it's all of the above. You want to know that you and your, maybe not that like living is like, oh, me and my person are together. We're together. Because sometimes that feels like a lie. When you go there, when you visualize it, when the subject is broached, yes, go there. If you're daydreaming on your relationship, perfect, beautiful. Daydreaming on the amazing things that will happen. Positive expectancy is the way I describe it. And then also write down the way that, we are having an amazing relationship. Everything's working out great. We work so well together. We understand ourselves and each other. And then also letting it go, letting the universe handle it. All right, I've declared exactly what I want. I know which version of them I choose. I know I'm working on myself to become the best version of me for that relationship, and I'm letting the universe handle it. And then tomorrow's video out about manifesting a specific person will also go more into depth about that. So be sure to come back tomorrow and check that out. Janessa, I think you're responding to I'm not even going to say the word again, but the other manifestations that we're not going to address, or the stuff that we're not going to address anymore. She says, seriously, also it gives negative energy to others too who are focusing on positivity with their SP. It does. We don't want that energy in here. No offense, not that we don't want to help you, but we can't help you if you won't help yourself. We can't make you stop talking about it. Also, she says, I'm manifesting meeting you in real life. We'll see. We'll see who's how these realities intersect. Ms. Hill says, what do you think about when dating coaches tell people to move on? Didn't we talk about this? Okay, what do you think about when dating coaches tell people to move on, the relationship ended for a reason type of thinking versus manifesting the SP back? Dating coaches they're not talking about manifestation for the most part. And if they are, they're not talking about this level of it. So I think that as far as the 3D world goes, they're definitely on the right track. But at the same time, you have chosen a version of them that doesn't value you or wants to be whatever the separation has caused. You have manifested that. So working on yourself, the reason why you need to take that separation and separate from them, I do agree with that. Half of that dating coaches say to move on, is so that you can rebuild this before you get them back. Because if this isn't fixed, when you manifest them back, all of your insecurities are going to manifest again, and they're going to show back up. So get this right and then worry about manifesting your person back. Or in your mind, you guys are working on yourselves at the same time, and it's all kind of coming together. Like we're all like working towards the same, we're working on ourselves, everything's coming together, and eventually we're going to be here and everything's going to work out perfectly because we filled ourselves up first. Jake and Ashley are the cutest. I know, I love them. Okay. Is it okay to lose some desire over the time? Yeah, because that kind of is, it's not that necessarily like you're losing the desire. Like you still want it. Yeah, of course I want it, but you lose the like, like I have to have it. It's got to be this. I want, look, no, it has to be now. You lose like that. Because you know, like if I want it and I choose it, it's coming to me. I don't have to hold on so tight because I got other shit happening. I have other things to pay attention to. Everything's working out, so there's nothing to worry about. Hey Roxy, what do you think of taking action toward my SP as opposed to waiting on him? I really want to always invite him places, but wonder if I should just let him go and let him come to me. You want to do, I would say a little bit of both, a little bit of hands off, a little bit of more declaring like, hey, my person, how about your person always asks you to hang out? They're always reaching out to you. They reach out to you every day. You guys are super comfortable sharing stuff with each other. You're super comfortable inviting each other to places. Change the narrative and stop creating an environment where it's weird for you guys to communicate. Okay. We talk all the time. He loves me. He's always interested in what I have to say. We have a great relationship. He respects me. He respects my time. He wants to put me first. He does put me first. He values me. I'm the only person he has eyes for. Blah, 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 blah. Change the story. And then change the story. And then yeah, because right now what your energy is like, I want him to, but I'm afraid of what his response is going to be. That needs to change from, he always wants to hang out with me. You stay there until things start like feeling natural. And then if you are here in the mind frame of he always wants to hang out with me and you ask him to hang out and he says no, that's okay. Maybe he's working. Maybe he's busy. Maybe he's got to go to Timbuktu. You can't let but no, he said no. Like if you can't handle a possible rejection, then don't reach out. That's kind of my feeling about it. If you can't handle the middle range, the middle ground without redeclaring the old version, then don't do it. Otherwise, yeah, if you can stay here mentally, cool, do it. Because if you know that he's always wants to hang out with you and there's just no question, then sure, whatever. But if there's a question, then there's a question. That's your answer. India, 4:40 a.m. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. That's late/early. Jordan says, no lie, I intended to have a one-on-one workshop with you and it happens. So anything is possible. Exactly. I always think it's funny because the workshops are group and when they end up being like one person, it's always like a necessity, not like a necessity, but it always seems to be like it should have been just that person. So it's happened like twice where it's been like, oh, wow. Okay, now you're on your own. Anyways, but yes, you had a one-on-one workshop and it was great. And I hope you are doing well. And I'm really excited to see where things go forward from you, from here for you. Let's see. Mickey says, I want to see all your tattoos and meetings. Show it. That's kind of rude. No, I've been on here for 3 hours. I don't feel like talking about all my tattoos. I have like 40. And they lose meaning as soon as you get them on your skin. So, sorry. I don't like being bossed around, so not gonna. All right, guys. I think we're good now. We're all at the end here. Any last ties? I'll maybe answer one or two if anyone pops up. Otherwise, we're going to wrap up this Mindset Monday. Thank you guys so much for being here. Very happy to answer your questions. And of course, if you want one-on-one attention to kind of discuss exactly what's going on within you, because these little things are cropping up, they're happening over and over. It's because they're not being addressed properly. So we want to get to the point where we know exactly where they are so that we can deploy the new stuff, the new ideas and stuff. How do you get a one-on-one? The link is below. It's one-on-one coaching. It should be the first link in the description here on YouTube. And then she says workshop. Yeah. So I have a manifesting a specific person workshop. It's a group setting, no more than 3 people. And we talk about SPs and relationships and all that kind of stuff. That's also, everything is in the first link if you look for one-on-one coaching. Or we can just do, again, one-on-one where we just talk about your situation and there's not other people. And it can be obviously about anything. It can be, of course, SP related or, about anything in your life. But the workshop itself is like just SP oriented, and we talk about everything, but that's kind of like where we start. So thanks everybody. Multiple goals and scripting. Yeah, don't limit yourself. You can manifest a million things at once as long as you know that it's all working out for you and you don't have questions. I mean, not that you can't manifest either way, but just be less insecure and less doubtful and just be a little more expectant. Like, I'm doing this all, so I'm going to just kind of see what happens if I just let myself feel like everything I want's coming. But there's nothing wrong with that. No one's going to judge you for being positive. And if they are, like, bye. You know what I mean? Like, no one's out there judging you. If they are, then that's just a reflection of yourself. See a lot of signs manifesting my SP. I become more positive because of your videos. Glad to hear that. And just use that as the time to reaffirm, yes, it's working. Oh my God, I'm powerful. This is happening. Wow, this is amazing. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. I'll hopefully see you next week, Mindset Monday. Make sure you stay tuned to the rest of the videos this week because all of the questions that you guys were answering will be covered in depth over this coming week. And for some reason, because we manifest, we're great at manifesting, we always end up asking questions about this coming week's videos. So I love that about you guys, and appreciate. Would I consider making guided meditation videos? Yes, I will consider it. I just I just don't have time right now, and I'm getting there. I'm working on it. My schedule is just like perfectly. Everything is cohesive and works out perfectly. I have plenty of time for everything. So yeah, that's where we are. Okay, we're working on it. Okay. Anyways, appreciate you guys again. Love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for asking questions. See you next week. Mindset Monday. And if you would like one-on-one with me, one-on-one coaching or workshops, you can sign up for that in the description below. All right. See you next time. Bye, guys. Wait. This. Oh, wait. No. This is the one. Okay. Bye.